this team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel through the open door, circumstances navigate the path, and like happened all so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know I took a hold on. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, hey. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey, 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 hey. It's fight for millions, take a second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. Wanna make the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness, yes. You can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let them see your brilliance. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it through like oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm ASICs. Learn and develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing in competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition, I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals.
Yeah, give back, give love, give something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm gonna wrestle and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. It's all in what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey, 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 hey. I'm gonna shine and get to those in me.
Hey, we back, baby. Hey, I missed you, OGE, JP, Eric, JQ. I missed you. Birdman, Coach 67, I missed you. Benjamin, what's up? Dion Cole, I missed you, big homie Coop. Hey, G Brown, you see how I transitioned that into big homie Coop? Hey, Jeff Smith, man, I missed y'all. What's up, KJ? My views, yeah. Hopefully, this have a good conversation, man. My views, Birdman, Adolfo. No, Fred, chill on the falsetto. Hey, that was my joint, falsetto. When Dream dropped that was my joint when it came out, man. I had never heard a song like that before. I was like, damn, this is different. You know, it sounded, man. Anyways, man, welcome to the show, man. I definitely appreciate you guys coming in. Just to give you guys just a snapshot of my last couple of weeks. I gotta play the trailer. I forgot how I run this show, KB. Man, God, we gotta play the trailer. We gotta play the trailer for this show. Man, 9 Wives. Click the link below in the comment section. Click the link in the pinned comment section. The award-winning film, the multiple award-winning film, 9 Wives, man. And let's get it.
What?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Man, oh man, too many to count. Too many to count. So, anyways, man, I genuinely again I appreciate you guys coming in here this evening, man. And so I was shooting the film, but I am free tonight, man. Woo, I am free. I don't have to meet with my writing coach. Oh man, I don't have to be stressed out like I'm running out of time. You know, I held it. Oh man. I'm just freed in the son of a biscuit, man. I'm just free. You know, man, when you doing the film, man, man, it's just this project is important, man. I'll tell you this. I intentionally shot the film on February 20th and February 21st. February 20th is the day Frederick Douglass went to the ancestors, and February 21st was the day Malcolm X was murdered by the Nation of Islam. And it's coming out on May 19th, which is the day Malcolm X was born. And also February 14th is the day Frederick Douglass was born. So every Valentine's Day, say what's up to say what's up to Big Fred. You know what I mean? And shout out to Terrence Bailey and his family. I genuinely appreciate I genuinely appreciate them for lending their expertise and their genius. I appreciate Terrence Bailey for being a huge asset to this platform. So thank you, man, and salute to the Bailey family. So I'm just gonna say this: the cast is flipping extraordinary. The production is extraordinary. My heavens, my heavens, my heavens. You know what I mean? Um, it went better than I anticipated. We didn't have not one hiccup. Not one hiccup, dog. Not one at all. And it was rather smooth. All locations came through. I had no cancellations on the acting or the talent. I mean, the talent or the production. This by the end of all this project will have created over 50 jobs, would have 50 opportunities, and you ain't got to sign a contract like you're a boxing promoter or advisor. You ain't got to sign no contract, like you know what I mean, like that. You got to sign your life away. No, man, it's just great people working together. They're building their genius, and and they're helping Frederick fulfill his purpose. So I want to say thank you to everyone. But checks and balances, man. Checks and balances will be coming May 19th. We have Ro Brooks from the Have and the Have Nots. He's the male lead. Female lead is Jasmine Hester. You guys have seen her on Blackish and many other projects. And Jacob Berger from Power. He was in Power. Miss Parker from Friday. Who else? So many. Liz Fournette from Bruh. She was the co-star for the full season of Bruh. That's Tyler Perry's joint on BET. So we got a lot of notable people in this. So I really put my heart and soul into this, man, and it's gonna come out great. It was just so much fun doing this, man, and I appreciate y'all for hanging on me. I know I didn't show it, like the anxiety and the anxiousness that I had, but man, I could say the last weeks of January and the first 2 weeks of February, man, I was locked in, dog. You know what I mean? Locked in. Got to get it done by
by any means necessary. So, um, yeah, so we're here. May 19th, we're going to start the promotional campaign probably in the next week or so. So we can anticipate that. Yeah, Jacob Berger, the fake cop from IG. Absolutely, that's him. And um so yeah, man, it was just a phenomenal cast, man. I had a great AD, Fabian. Fabian was amazing. Um Tyron Brown is in it, Grammy nominated artist, if you guys like those titles, I'm Emmy nominated. Tyron Brown is Grammy nominated. And and that's how you got to pitch it to America, you know what I mean? So people can, not just walk by it, But I appreciate you, Champion Heart. Champion Heart Girl was in the film, you know what I mean? But anyways, man, welcome to the show, man. What's this topic about? Is Farrakhan a leader? I wrote it. Let me get the. Is Farrakhan a leader if he knows who killed Malcolm X? And that's been bugging me for a long, long time. As I told you guys, I had fake love for Farrakhan for a long time. And the reason why I had fake love for Farrakhan for such a long time is because I didn't want to disrupt status quo. You know what I mean? What's up, Holly? And because I grew up with a lot of Nation of Islam members, especially when I lived on Vermont. I used to live on 91st in Vermont, 1022 West 91st Street. And the Nation of Islam is very prevalent over there because Mosque 27 is over there. And I would see them when I used to go to O'Leary's Barbershop on 89th in Vermont. And the mosque is literally 2 blocks away. So and then as you get older, you like, man, I don't want to upset anything. So I'll just, as Kwame Brown say, I would just go along to get along. In the back of my mind, I'll be like, dog, I will never forget that 60 minutes interview. Never in my life. It stained my brain. How you just finagled with how you just maneuvered in there without telling the whole truth, and and I wish he was still alive, man. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but 60 minutes. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? Wallace, right? What's his first name? Mike Wallace. Mike Wallace. And he hemmed him up when he said, Malcolm X put me on the phone with those ladies. And did you know that they were underage? And he shook his head. He didn't want to say yes. He shook his head. And because he didn't want to be on record for saying yes. And and it's just so painful when you look at the Nation of Islam and how they have covered this up for so long, but I'm enjoying the fact that Malcolm X is more popular than the Nation of Islam itself. I love the fact that Malcolm X is more popular than Louis Farrakhan, no matter what he does, because I think that's so important, that just the integrity of that man, 12 years, every day, every moment of your life, the government is finding you. And you know what they say? The agents say, man, he was an honorable man. He had the freedom to do whatever he want. He would spend months away from his family. And I just think it's just incredibly important. Yeah, chill love. Yeah, shoot. That 60 minutes interview was, I encourage everyone to go watch that 60 minutes interview, because I think that was like 2000. When I was in college or just got out of college, and I was sitting there and I was like, wow. And then it all connects as you learn more and more and more and more. And as you reflect on the autobiography, I'm pretty sure many of y'all have, if not have read the whole thing, but have had snippets of it. And you put the pieces together. I don't know how a man that's covered up a murder for so long can be a leader of black men. It it doesn't add up to me. And he used choice words like he was a part of the energy that that murdered Malcolm X. And then it goes back to to what I believe too, is that the government had a play in it, but the government didn't pull the trigger. The government did not pull the trigger. I'll put it in a second. Yeah, the daughter, and she basically she got into him. You know, those brown and tan faces. I remember it was brown and tan faces that killed Malcolm. You know, and Farrakhan, he's such a jive artist. He said, "I had Malcolm's picture in my Quran." Hey, you know what? We're gonna play that interview because I think it's important. I should have put a boxing title in this motherfucker and then put Malcolm as the second title, so we have thousands of people in here. You know what I mean? But I think it's important that I'm gonna play it at 10 o'clock. I mean, excuse me, I'm thinking I'm going on 9. I'm gonna play it at 8:30. I don't care what YouTube does. I'm gonna play it at 8:30, and so y'all can we can watch it together for one, and just for the new people. You know, we got a lot of young people in here too who were born in 1995, who are just coming into themselves, and then you start falling in love with historical figures, right? And I think it's incredibly important. I'm opening up these phone lines. I think it's incredibly important that everyone has an ancestor. You know, it could be your grandfather, it could be your auntie, it could be your uncle. I think it's incredibly important that everyone honor an ancestor. You know what I mean? I think it's that important. What's up? What's up, man?
Yo, we got a new movie?
Yeah, I got a new movie. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I came Sunday at like 9:45. I was like, shit, I'm gonna call in tonight.
Oh, and I wasn't there. Did you just curse? Did you just curse? Did you just curse?
Huh?
Did you just curse?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. All right. And so yeah, I was out shooting Sunday and Monday, but I'm back. It's Tuesday. I'm back.
Oh, it's like no show tonight.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I was shooting a film, but I appreciate you being concerned. I appreciate your excitement for the show. It means a lot. So how you doing? What's up? Yeah, John Ali was definitely a part of it. No doubt about it. The conversations I had with him at dinner, 100%. Continue. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start releasing that footage. I'm gonna start releasing it. But go ahead.
What is this new movie about?
I'm gonna let the trailer speak for it, but it's basically about a married couple, husband and wife. They're both doctors. They both went to Howard. And both became doctors, and they want to right the wrongs that's happened to the Black community. And so we will see that soon, and very soon we are gonna see the king. Yep. So
you're gonna make wait. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's coming out. And how are you doing? How are you and your girlfriend doing? Y'all good?
Yeah, we chilling.
Good. I'm glad. So what you got planned for Easter break?
I'm coming on here.
Thank you. Thank you.
To play that song. That's first.
Okay, yeah. Definitely.
And then other than that, I got my dad's boss is gonna have an Easter egg hunt because he's got grandchildren that are pretty young, and I'm good with little kids, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, so I'm gonna go help them out, help decorate, all that. All the above, doing some families.
I got it. Nah, that's dope. I don't know what's going on in boxing or nothing. I read the titles, but I really ain't watched no one's videos. Not because I couldn't, because I had to stay on top of production and all that. And yeah, so I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on, but I don't know the details of anything. So if you got anything, feel free to share.
I'm actually subscribed to Blue Bloods if it matters.
Yeah, I'm glad, because Blue Blood is every 2 hours. Blue Blood is going to drop a video, keeping us up to date. So I've read his titles, but I haven't gone into his videos. But I'll play catch up this week. Like I said, I'm coming back. I'm making a strong comeback. I'm about to catch up on the news, and I'll be dropping some more video because I ain't dropped no videos since Thursday. So, well, ever since today. So, but yeah.
And I'm also subscribed to this Fight Hub TV spot. I don't know if you cool with them or not.
Yeah, that's fine. No, do you? I don't listen. I think everyone adds value and everyone has their own flavor. You know what I mean? I don't like butter pecan, but I think every woman I've ever dated loved butter pecan. You know what I mean? I don't know what I think it's disgusting. You know?
I'm gonna ask my girl that.
Mint chocolate. Like Dre loves mint chocolate chip or something. I said, what the hell is mint chocolate chip? Mint and chocolate don't go together for me. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So everyone got their own flavor, man. And so yeah. But I appreciate you subscribing to Boo Blood. That's important.
And you already know I'm subscribed to the boxing section, yes.
Yeah.
I see them shit. I don't even know. I gotta think about that. It's the thing he does every Monday with the cars or whatever.
Oh yeah. He'll be on shortly. Is he in the chat yet? No, I haven't seen him. But yeah. Anyways, get out of here, man. I appreciate you.
Oh man.
And keep on doing well in school, man. And always a gentleman has a longer shelf life. Okay, remember that.
I got 4 A's and 2 B's right now, so I'm chilling.
You got 4 A's and 2 B's. That's 3.5.
Yeah, I think so.
3.5. Yeah, that's 3.5. I was a school teacher, so I remember them grades. Yeah, because 5 A's is 3.75. 4 A's is 4.0, if I'm not mistaken. Because 3 A's and 3 B's is 3.0, if I'm not mistaken. So somewhere in there. I don't know, but it's somewhere in there. But yeah. Yeah.
All right, bro. I'm out. I'm gonna watch, and then as soon as the boxing section comes on, when you done, I'll probably switch over to
for sure. As you should.
All right, peace out, bro.
I appreciate you, dog. That's Bryce, man. He's a 7th grader now. 7th grader, man. He found us thanks to Jake Paul. Jake Paul, right in Miami. Jake Paul. So it be coming up on a year. Read by I think because it's a trend, right? And then, you know what? Red velvet cake. What flavor is red velvet cake? I've been trying to figure it out. What flavor is it? Is it chocolate? It don't taste like chocolate to me. But anyway, people say it's chocolate. I don't know. It don't taste like chocolate to me. But anyways, yeah, John Ali. I'm gonna tell you what John Ali told me at dinner. And I quote. He says, Malcolm wasn't going to make it. That was his quote. And I have it. It's so faint though, because we were at dinner and I said, Mr. Ali, I'm going to put the phone on the table. And he said, sure. And we were having dinner at one of his favorite restaurants. And he told me John Ali wasn't going to make it. So I don't want to hear what's not acceptable to me at all. 0%, not 1 iota, is the lack of accountability. I don't believe it. And then when people say, well, what about the Christians? Well, the Christians is different because the Nation of Islam takes ownership of everything that they do. They want credit for everything. We changed that man. We did that. We cleaned Malcolm up. We cleaned Farrakhan up. We cleaned Muhammad Ali. We had the most powerful men in America at the time. You know what I mean? So it's chocolate with food coloring. Women go crazy over the food coloring. Are you serious? It don't taste like chocolate to me, but anyways, I guess so. Man. Anyhow, so if they want to take credit for everything that they've done, they have to take credit for what they've done. And I find that disingenuous that a man that says a Day of Atonement and the fact that literally the Nation of Islam would have been expired without Malcolm X. There was no fishing without Malcolm X. There was no Final Call, also known as Muhammad Speaks. There would be none of that in the Nation of Islam without Malcolm X. They had 200 members, man. 200 members under Elijah Muhammad. It was a simple temple. And Malcolm X took him all over the globe, man. And I think they owe the family lots of money. I genuinely believe they owe him lots of money. And if you really listen with a keen ear, with what Farrakhan and Dr. Betty Shabazz spoke at the Apollo, you'll really listen to what she says. She says, "You owe me." That was my interpretation of it. Don't you ever forget what my husband did for y'all. And then I also believe that that's why the nation, that's why she was a part of the Million Man March as well, because she was basically protecting her investment. And they do owe her. And I will say this too. When people say the phone, put the phone on. When people say Farrakhan never sold out, never bent his knee, the man bent his knee so many times. Man, it's ridiculous. The man bent his knee once with Khalid Muhammad. Khalid Muhammad and Malcolm X are actually buried in the same cemetery. They are about 3/4 of a mile apart from each other. I went this past summer, and I went and visited both of them. So if you get a chance, if you go to Ferncliff, it's about 10 miles. It's about 10 miles. It's about 7 miles, about 10 miles past the Bronx. So you go past the Bronx and you keep on going on the expressway. When the Black Caucus made Farrakhan apologize, made him disassociate himself from Khalid Muhammad. Yes, he disassociated. He had to. And 18 months later, or just over a year and a half later, Farrakhan is on the steps, and there's a million black men there. Just like Malcolm X called Martin Luther King the fraud man march. What's up, 931?
Hey, what's up, Fred? It's Terry in Alabama.
Hey, what's up? What you got?
Hey, yeah, a couple of things. I saw that 60 Minutes interview live when it actually came out.
Yeah.
Now the 60 Minutes thing was like 15 minutes long, but they actually spent 4 hours.
Yeah.
Out there in Arizona.
I want that footage, man. When they gonna release that footage? Damn.
I don't know. CBS may have edited it. I don't know, but it was 4 hours long.
Yeah.
It was. She was out there for 4 hours with him. Mike Wallace. Yeah. So, another thing is, don't you think it's kind of ironic that Farrakhan's been married since 1953? I'm assuming he's never cheated on his wife, but yet he worships a person who cheats on his wife all the time.
Yeah. I've heard. I got stories when when I did all these I interviewed over 100 people for 9 Wives, over 100, and because it was during COVID too, so it was really easy to do. I was sitting in this chair, and they say, according to my interviews, which I will drop at some point, according to the people that I interviewed, they did say that Farrakhan had similar traits to Elijah Muhammad, and some even said that he had kids, but and I asked them, can they substantiate their claims, and they sent me pictures. So they sent me pictures, and they said he's actually in the Nation of Islam or something like that, or but I'll release these interviews at some point.
Yeah, okay. Another thing about that 95 reunion with Betty at the Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you did you actually see the
yeah
did you see it on YouTube? Yeah. Okay. You notice they never embraced each other.
Oh yeah, she was very okay. Continue, please.
Hakim Adabutu, who got the two of them together.
Yep.
You know, he said that Farrakhan was about to embrace Betty, and he had to stop him. You know, because I don't think Betty still wasn't feeling the embrace. She was just there out of respect or the issue with the daughter and the FBI and everything. And,
that was all a setup. That was all a setup.
Yeah.
That wasn't real. That wasn't real. I don't believe it, because when you have a man that was in on the murder of your father, they have a right to say what they want to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's just what I believe. But what I do know is that the Nation of Islam murdered that man. And I have so much evidence. I have so many interviews. I have so many first-person accounts. I have so many first-person accounts of how disgusting Elijah Muhammad was, and how disrespectful he was, and how disrespectful he was to Clara Muhammad. You know, he at the end of her life, he was basically throwing it in her face. You know, never came home. He stayed in Phoenix, and he used the bronchitis as the excuse of why he did it, and the day-to-day he was losing the day-to-day operations as it pertained to the Nation of Islam, and that's when it started to infiltrate, like the Sons and John Ali and Muhammad Ali's money played a huge part in the control and the power of the Sons and Farrakhan, and why Akbar, he went to, gosh damn, what's the country? Cairo. He went to Cairo, I believe. He went to the University of Cairo, and so Akbar and Wallace both left him. And Wallace had some great interviews when he said, when he asked his mother, do you think Elijah is the son of God? And she said no. It's on the internet. All this is on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah. The documentary Make It Plain is pretty good.
Oh, so it's a great documentary, because all the first person accounts. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And another thing, the Malcolm X channel gives a detailed blow by blow of where Farrakhan was the day of the assassination.
Yeah.
The time he left Boston early in the morning, who he caped for after the shooters came to the mosque and everything. So he knew about it. He's an accessory before the fact and after the fact.
No, 100%. And they chronicled it, and that's chapter 19. What's the name of that book?
The Dead Are Rising.
The Dead Are Rising. Chapter 19 of The Dead Are Rising. I've done so much reading on this topic, but
yeah.
Okay, man. Oh, I appreciate you, though. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Yeah, Lola Falana, she's still alive. Melba Moore is still alive. You know what I mean? Yep. Yep. And man, it's yeah, man, it's oh, the FBI knows 100% who did it. 100% who did it. What's up, 864? Where's 864 before
Ryan.
You go?
This is South Carolina.
Oh, what's up, dog?
Hey, you know the Make It Plain transcripts are online, right? You can actually read the full transcript online.
Thank you. I never read the transcript.
Did you know that Elijah Muhammad tried to take Betty from Malcolm?
I heard.
Story. Yeah, she actually told the story in the transcript.
Oh, dope. Send it to me.
Like you can type in Betty Shabazz interview, Make It Plain, and like I wish you didn't read Wallace Muhammad. Yusuf Shaw did one. Like this is very like Filbert. His name's Omar, and like Benjamin Kareem. Those are like the 5 that I read that are really good. Take you a lot of background information.
I never read them. I'm glad you told me. I've never read them.
Yeah, like, because like
you got me excited.
His brother Filbert.
Filbert.
That the SS. Yeah, his name's Omar. He says that Elijah actually protected him from being killed. He said like the hit was organized by Elijah Jr., Herbert, James Shabazz, and John Ali.
All right. Tell me, say it again. What you just said about the interviews. Go ahead. So what should I type in?
How to find them?
Yes. What should I type in?
Betty Shabazz, and make it plain transcript. Say you like to like a St. Louis has like all the transcripts, and then you just type in Malcolm X, and like you'll see like a whole bunch of people like
you talking super fast. Say it again. Betty Shabazz. What? I'm sorry.
Make it plain interview transcript.
Okay. And quote her again. So for the people can be
like so it's like a long story. But what happened was like after like Elijah was trying to get Betty for a while. It's kind of hard to explain on the phone, but I think it's better you just read them. Like Omar, Filbert X, Benjamin Kareem, Yusuf Shaw, Wallace D, and Betty Shabazz. They also like Liam. I don't think Liam was being completely honest about the assassination. Because I heard like an interview. Someone said like they talked to Malcolm about the assassination like a year. He had to pick up Yusuf Shaw and Malcolm at the airport, and the assassination came up. And he said like he might be alive, like Khalil Ali, and like someone who talked to Malcolm the day he was assassinated, was on this panel. But he said he talked to Farrakhan. He said they couldn't use guys from New York. They had to use guys from Newark, somewhere else, because Malcolm knows everybody in New York. And he said he called Elijah Muhammad the day of his assassination and told him he was about to be killed, and he told him the murder plot. And then he said that like once he told Elijah Muhammad, he said Elijah Muhammad told him to stop it. And he said Farrakhan said I can't. It's too late. They already left.
And this is where?
It's like Blog Talk. You type in who killed Malcolm X is on there. Khalil Ali was also on there. So when we talk to Malcolm X is on there, that's where the interview is. And he's like 75 minutes. You get to that part. I don't know if he's still alive. He said he was a minister in Indianapolis.
Send me the link, man. Send me the links.
How to send you the link?
I'm gonna write down my email.
Let me get a piece of paper. Yeah, I think it was like, didn't you talk to Bob Arum, and didn't he say like it was John Ali put the hit on Malcolm X?
It was what?
John Ali put the hit on Malcolm
X?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he said he believes.
I think like he said the district attorney called him and told him that, didn't he? I doubt the district attorney would tell him that unless it was actually true. Because like I think that John Ali, because I think Farrakhan was pulled into it by John Ali because John Ali wanted to make sure Farrakhan was in on the hit.
Oh no, because, I genuinely believe that. Yeah, but you talking really fast. Motherfuckers want all this info, man. So take my info and we're gonna do a part 2 on these interviews.
So what's the email?
Because F HAW 17 at gmail.com. Don't forget, okay? Don't forget. All right, please don't forget.
So we would send you the link to the thing. I think that like Farrakhan got put into it by John Ali. Jeremiah Shabazz said like he's actually did some interviews where he talked with like remember John Ali and Jeremiah grew up together, and that's where Leon got a lot of his information.
Yeah, they were in Philadelphia. They were in Philadelphia prior to him leaving Atlanta. Yeah.
Jeremiah talked about him joining the because he said John Ali were in the divorce when they first produced.
We got a bad connection.
Malcolm X did not prove John Ali and Jeremiah to the next they are heard in barbershop.
We can't make out what you're saying. We can't make out what, but email me, okay? Because we're losing your connection. Email me tonight. Right now. All right, peace.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Hey, what's up, D?
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
All is well.
And welcome to the show.
Yeah, man, I'm, just chiming in as far as, I find it hard to believe that anybody besides the government did it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because all you got to do is look at the autopsy. When you look at the autopsy, you see like damn near like 5 shots all over the heart. You feel me? Ain't no guys jump up, from different angles and all pop in that same area. You know what I mean? It's literally impossible. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That was he was taken out. That was a real sniper, so to speak. Like there was professionals. Ain't no regular men all hit over the heart. He didn't get hit nowhere else. His entire body. You know what I'm saying? The autopsy proves it. You ask me.
Yeah, it's hard to discount a first person account that actually had a gun in the Audubon Ballroom. When he describes the team, how they met the summer before, how he went and got the guns, and how William Bradley was basically an expert with a gun, who actually had a shotgun, who got pellets all over. And they said Malcolm was hit 15 times, right? About 15 times, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in there. So I think that he was a sitting target. You know, it's not hard because I'm pretty perfect. I don't post.
I mean, multiple people. So you're saying two or three other people? Because how many people they saying shot him? Like 2 people, 3 people?
Well, it was 3 people in the front because you had 2 people. They say it was 5. So they said they had 2 people in the back and they had 3 people up front. William Bradley, William Bradley, Leon, and Thomas Hayer. I think those were the 3 up front, if I'm not mistaken. And
like I don't know if you want me to share the image, but it's all over the internet.
No, I saw that, and I know what you're talking about. You're talking about somebody that was on top of the thing.
I'm talking about the autopsy as far as him on a cold slab.
Yeah, I saw that.
Seeing the bullet wounds all were over the heart.
Yeah, but that can come from. Also, I'm not discounting. 2 people can be right. It was a shotgun there too. So shotgun is pellets. So,
but how close you got to be for all of that to stay in that kind of a range?
Well, he was pretty close to him because they were in the front row, so they were pretty close to him. And when you're pretty close, they don't do this, as much from a distance, So, I mean, from 10 to 20 feet away, y'all haven't seen me at the range, but I'm pretty damn near perfect. You know what I mean? Like I can hit someone from between 10 and 20 feet. I'm pretty damn good. But like 20, 30, 40 feet, I kind of lose it because I don't go every day. But I'm in the 90 percentile for sure from 20 to 10 to 20 feet. And that's where because I'm a civilian. The reason why I practice that range is because that's where most of it occurs, from 5 to 10 feet, the shooting and stuff. So in terms of self-defense. So but I'm not discounting what you're saying.
I'm pretty sure you probably already know, like the week before they had that event in Audubon, the feds had rented out the same building.
Yeah. I do believe that they covered it up. 100% the government covered it up because they know who did it. They knew it was happening before it happened because everyone's phones are tapped. So I believe the government instigated. I believe the government built the bridge, and I believe Islam walked across that bridge.
Hey, me personally, I'm the type, I don't believe they locked up the right person for Malcolm's murder, JFK. I mean, like even MLK, even MLK. Yeah. I don't think they locked up the right person on any of them cases. You feel me?
Yeah, I would lean on that as well. If you put them all in the group, I would believe they didn't kill the right people, and I believe it had to be more than 5 people involved. As it pertains to Malcolm X. So I think there were maybe 7 or 10, I genuinely believe that. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me on, brother.
Oh, that's love, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Appreciate you, man. And if you disagree, man, Nation of Islam members, y'all more than welcome to call in too. I'm 100% not going to agree with you, but if you want to call in, you more than welcome. 608. What's up?
Yo.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey.
Just chilling, man. I'm just calling in on this topic.
Great.
Well, my thing is, nobody ever really talk about it, but I know you're familiar with Omar Shabazz and the work he did.
Very much so.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about H.L. Hunt.
Yeah, feel free.
Okay, so That is Lamar Hunt's, I think it's his grandfather, the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs, yeah.
Yeah. And he supposedly paid Elijah Muhammad $33,000 for the men for the hit, and to basically quote unquote stay out of it. So basically his face wouldn't be involved in, what actually went down. And he's also the same guy who paid for the JFK assassination. And he was also he also donated, annually to the Nation of Islam. And Malcolm X knew this. Yep. So I think really that him exposing that had as much to do with him being killed as anything, because it became an issue where, he always wanted to know, well, why don't we ever, we never get involved in the, the issues concerning, white on black crime. And it was because they were basically getting paid, by the same people that they call them devils.
Right.
So once he exposed that, I think that was the final straw. And that's why they,
it was a lot of final straws.
Out.
It was a lot of final straws. Now, I do believe Malcolm knew prior about everything that's going on as it pertains to the money, Elijah Muhammad's private life. I believe Malcolm knew sooner, but like a child, you have to grow into the truth. And I think Malcolm had to grow into the truth. Like, this man is lying to me.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Do you think Betty had a lot to do with that? I think she did. I think she was really in his ear, because she's seen how he was, he was dedicated solely to that man and to the message, to the point where, they didn't have money, and he was really kind of focused on, just getting that message out.
Right.
And she probably was in his ear like, look at what's in front of you.
Right.
And I think that she really was vital in that aspect of him waking up.
She was dead on. 5 years, I believe. I don't know this to be true. I'm just going to guesstimate. 5 years before, I would say 1960. Well, they get married in January of 57, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, January 14th or something like that in Detroit. Yeah. So I think that 3 years into the relationship, she knew. And the reason why I believe she knew, because she's a woman. And not only that she's a woman, so the communication between women, because you got women coming from Chicago to Mosque number 7, going to Mosque number 12. Was it 11 in Boston? So all these women are just circulating, right? And the men are circulating as well. And where there's women and men, there is sex. Where there's women and men, there's lies and deceit, right? So it's not immune to it because you're a Nation of Islam member or you're a Christian. That's just the flaws of human beings. And I genuinely believe she knew a long, long time ago, and she had to navigate. She had to hit Malcolm with like not a jackhammer, but like a house hammer, a everyday hammer. Like she had to, and because her disposition and disdain for Farrakhan says a whole lot on what she knew, because she knows Farrakhan is protecting an abuser of women. And this is why I get mad at myself sometimes, because had I grown up sooner, like I'm talking about like spiritually, and I would have interviewed Betty Shabazz. You get what I'm saying? Like I spent my summers there, like in New York. So I would have been, it wouldn't have been a great interview, but at least I would have asked her the questions that I've always thought in my head,
But you think about it, it wasn't your time.
It wasn't my time.
Or you would have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Because it's just a matter of we didn't know what we knew 15 years ago. The internet has really put us in that position.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't have been. You would have still been having the same questions that you got now. You know what I'm saying? Because you wouldn't have had the intel that you do.
Right.
So,
right.
Just looking at it that way. But this is another thing that people, that's always fascinated me, and we never got answers on, is the murder of his grandson.
Yeah, Mexico, right?
Yeah, man. It's way more to that than what we were told. I don't believe how that went down. That was the exact way it went down. He was targeted from birth, and they claim that he was the reason that Betty passed away. Which, if you go and listen to Dick Gregory, he said that there were 4 white men seen at the scene of the crime in suits, running away from that house, and that when the police got there, that the grandson was in the yard or walking up the street half naked and kind of in a daze.
Mm-hmm.
So next thing you know, they put him in a group home, and I hear that it was kind of like a intermittent camp where they kind of, I don't know, it's like a mind control kind of thing, but he had to admit to killing his grandmother in order to get out. And from then on, he was able to get out, and he would speak about it, but he would be real short about it. So it was something. It's a lot of unearthed, facts with that we don't know.
It's a lot of facts, and that's why I think New York is slow to release the footage and everything, because I genuinely believe they have a video of Malcolm X getting assassinated.
Oh, no
because
question,
of the
no
side.
question. They was there
Because of the video on the side.
It was an event.
Because of the video on the side. He's laying dead, and they got videos. And where did that camera come from?
Where did that camera come from?
Exactly.
Yep. Just like they got video of MLK.
Yeah.
When he was killed, because there were several different ops that were there to do the job. Just like with Malcolm, just like with JFK, just like with Bobby Kennedy. They got videos of all of that.
Right.
All of those assassinations, even Biggie, even his killing, they got video of that because the FBI was watching him in regards to some gun and drug laundering or something that he had going on. So the FBI was there for that.
Right.
They got videos of all this stuff, man. They just leave us in the dark, and they put stuff, they mark it classified where we can't see it for, this lifetime or whatever. So that's what it is.
It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. I just don't. I think they don't want to pay the family. It's too many offsprings. It's 5 now.
Yeah. Yep. And then you think about this too. They want Farrakhan to be held in this position where people don't want to, they need it. They used him up though. His time is up.
Yeah.
Where they, it's about time for him to, to transition or whatever. But it couldn't have came out, earlier because they needed him to be a figurehead, to be a gatekeeper. Like they use Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton or whatever, as a puppet to, distract black folks, to keep, race tension going.
Right.
Because, he's a go-to, even though he on their side, he appears to be, Farrakhan gonna do this, do that. They never do nothing. They never have. But just his name alone, it's gonna spark up, controversy.
Right.
So they needed him for that.
Right. Right.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see though. I just wanted to touch on that because people usually don't bring that up, but
I just want it to happen in our lifetime, man.
I know that's my thing too, man. That's my thing. I get real amped about that.
It'll definitely be in our kids. 100%.
No doubt.
It's too much energy around Malcolm X. So I'm 100% same way they did what's the young man's name? Nat Turner. Same way they did him. It's all gonna come out in the wash. I just pray I'm here to see it, man.
Yeah, I want to see it too.
I want to see it.
I want to see it too.
Yeah.
I've been fascinated by all this stuff since I was a kid.
Me too, man. Me too. This and JFK. I was so fascinated with JFK too, man.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, man. I'll be 45 in a minute.
Same age. We're the same age. Exact same age.
Yeah, man. So since I was like 8, 9 years old, I've been like engulfed in this stuff.
Yeah. It's always fascinated me. Always. So, but yeah, man, it's hopefully we get 45 more years out of both of us, and then on our 90th birthday, we know.
Hey, no doubt, man. I'll be sending you a call like, yeah man, we made it.
We gonna be in here. We gonna be in here for sure. Oh,
exactly.
Dusty, you know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. 1,000%.
Well, all right, brother, man. I just want to give you a holler, man.
I appreciate you, dog. Yeah.
All right, peace.
Yeah, man. So I have no doubts that it's coming out. It's too much energy around Malcolm X, and we have to know. And the further and further away we get from Jim Crow laws, the more liberal this country gets. And what I mean by liberal mean it's gonna be lawless at some point. You know, not that I agree or disagree, but you can see the slope of like America going further and further away from the Bible. And it's gonna be some district attorney. What's up, 864?
Yeah. It wouldn't let me see the email. Email you.
Yeah.
But
it wouldn't.
Yeah, but I can tell you how to find it though. You got a piece of paper?
Yep. We're all ears. Take your time because everybody want to know this. All right. Slow down. Slow down. Go ahead.
All right. Type in "Who killed Malcolm X?"
Wait, who?
Blog Talk.
Who
killed Malcolm X?
Who killed Malcolm X?
Blog Talk Radio.
Wait, blog.
February 16th, 2020. That's.
And who's in this interview?
Khalil Ali starts off.
Who?
Khalil Ali. Muhammad Ali's second wife. Yeah. Talk to her. She's in the first one. Then another woman named Marlene. She talked to Malcolm the day he was assassinated.
Okay.
And the third person is the minister of the Nation of Islam. He's like, if you want to get to his part, it's at the 75-minute mark.
Gotcha. Got it.
Yeah. Betty, like I said, when you read these transcripts, like it's gonna like there's a lot of like stuff that was cut from the Make It Plain.
Damn. I never read them.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Give me homework.
Yeah. I've been like when the pandemic started, I started doing a lot of digging myself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this stuff I know. Because I think because Leon Muhammad, he got a lot of stuff from Jeremiah Shabazz, and Jeremiah Shabazz grew up with John Ali.
Yeah, he did.
So I
in
think
Philadelphia. Yep. Sure did.
And Leon Muhammad basically gave you the Dead Are Rising account of who killed Malcolm X.
Yeah, he did. And it's funny. Chapter 19, y'all go read it. And that's the next book I think I'm gonna read on audio. I've read it, but I want to listen to it with my son. So, and I've had Tamara Payne on the show, so I want to bring her back on, and I want her to release all those interviews that her dad did. Man, her dad spent 20-30 years working on this book.
Did you read? You know who Ronell Collins is, right?
Who?
Ronell Collins. That's Malcolm X's nephew and Ella Collins' son.
Yeah, he lives in DMV area. What's his name again? I know him.
Ronell.
Yeah.
Ronell Collins. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrote a book. You know. Yeah. A Seventh Child.
And what does he say?
He so in his book. I
haven't read it.
It's a very good book. Like it's like a family memoir of Malcolm X. Not everything in there is accurate, like date wise, but it's like a family memoir of Malcolm X.
Okay.
So what he says in the book is like it's very interesting. Like he also does interviews. He's also done interviews on like online, like on YouTube. You can look him up. He said it was a contracted killing. Like he said it was a contracted killing. And like the family knows what happened to the Malcolm X. Like Ilyas Shabazz, if you want to know, like she knows William Bradley killed her husband and killed her father.
Yeah, for sure.
Like because like go if you want to know, like type in DJ Vlad 2015 interview. Like she basically like says like
she said he lives in. I saw that he lives in Newark,
New Jersey,
and he didn't even know. He didn't even know.
He said he was a cop too.
Yeah.
She said and like she said like I think he apologized to her, but she said like he wasn't telling the full truth when he apologized.
Yeah.
And like I think like that's why she keeps asking like. And like she's very careful with her words, like
very calculated. That's why the oldest daughter needs to do more interviews, man. I wish she would talk more.
Well, like, because like you can tell, like, she's very careful in her interviews. And like she like one strange thing about Ilyasah Shabazz, if you go on her website, like she actually calls Elijah Muhammad the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I don't like, and she also does that in interviews. She says she calls Elijah the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
I never picked up on that. I never picked up on that.
Like, go on her website, and she actually like says the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Like, and then she like wrote books about Malcolm's early childhood and said like the autobiography, like, you know, like it lies about saying he couldn't read and like stuff like that. Yeah, like she like but when you read these transcripts, like you're like, when I read it, I was like, my mind was blown. I'll be honest with you, because Betty because she said like someone knocked on her door the day her house was firebombed and said they're gonna blame this on you. Because I think this is what I think what happened. This is my hunch. Like I think like I know it's pretty common knowledge that Yusuf Shaw like did it.
Yeah.
Pretty common knowledge. This has been out since '92, by the way. Like
yeah.
They interviewed for the film Malcolm X, and he admitted like on camera to like the people making Spike Lee and Babazat Kondo. He admitted on camera that he firebombed Malcolm X home. He said he was laughing about it. He said his hatred of Malcolm never healed. Like he's like he hated Malcolm.
Yeah, I know he hated him for sure.
Yeah, but when you read his transcript, it's like he said like. But one thing about this is like he said that like, and like 3 people actually said this. Malcolm didn't have a problem with the children. He said he didn't have a problem with the children. He said like Malcolm's problem was with the staff, and I agree with Malcolm 100%. He saw the staff as wasting money, like on furs. Leon Muhammad always talked about that fur coat. And like Benjamin Cream said, like he left with Malcolm. He said he really didn't have a problem with the babies. He said they didn't have a problem. He said like the main reason people left with Malcolm wasn't the babies. It was more so the corruption in Chicago. Like, well, that's one thing that was consistent. And and Wallace said he didn't tell Malcolm. He said Malcolm already knew. He told the story in his transcript what actually happened. And like Wallace said, like, I'm gonna let you read. I'm gonna stop talking about the transcript.
No, tell because you're talking to people that probably not going to read it. So I think it's important or not inspired right now to read it. I'm reading it regardless. So
okay. Wallace Muhammad said like Elijah Muhammad actually considered these women wives. He said in our minds he only had one wife, Clara Muhammad. But he said like he considered these women wives, like Ola and what's her name? June. They said like Malcolm actually protected Elijah Muhammad from like them like they were making a scene outside his front door, and like he actually protected them, his interests, by saying he'll call you later.
Say it again.
Like so Wallace said this is what happened. He said that June and Ola were banging on Elijah Muhammad's door, and they were making a scene outside. And Malcolm X went to the door, and he saw the 2 secretaries. And he told them a text. He said he'll call you later.
And that's when the police came, correct?
I think this might be a different incident. I
Oh,
don't think it's the first time.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think the police came
because Ola was a minor.
Yeah, I've heard that.
No, not her. No, birth record. She was a minor. She was a minor.
Oh no. Guess what? Farrakhan's almost admitted it. Like he's actually like more honest about this than you think. Like he did it. Like if you watch it, 1993. 1993, we talk about Malcolm X. Like, did you kill Malcolm? Did you put that one? Where he was like in that tirade.
Yeah.
He actually says he said yes. Elijah had wives. Some of them young women. They don't like saying teenage. They like saying young women.
Yeah.
He doesn't like and like yes like he
well
and also like yeah.
I don't know how to word this, but if someone has to die first, whether his wife or whether it's him, and loneliness is going to set in, and I think they'll talk more. Like John Ali talks a lot more now. Like he's doing a whole bunch of interviews now, and he's 95, 94. So I think it's just important that people keep on banging on these doors and asking questions. I even watched the interview with Ola's son, Elijah's. I saw that, and he said he had to keep it a secret. He had to keep it a secret for years in the mosque because he didn't want they couldn't find out that he was Elijah Muhammad's son. He said it in the interview.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that interview. I watched the video when you did that.
Yeah.
So Evelyn Muhammad, like Evelyn Williams, she did an interview and she talked about like type in Evelyn Muhammad interview. She actually did like interview, and I'm gonna say it for people that won't read it, but it's like a 15-minute read. She talks about like the reason why like Malcolm, like Betty probably hated Farrakhan is because Evelyn and Farrakhan. Evelyn has a brother who actually went to school with Farrakhan.
Yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, okay. So, and like, like her parents actually died in a car crash, right? That's why. So Malcolm's problem, I actually like pay attention to Malcolm's interviews. Like, I'm gonna say this: Clara Muhammad was 18 years old. So like, Clara Muhammad was a teenager when she got married to Elijah Muhammad. Like, because in Georgia, I actually done research. I want to get really deep on this. Like in Georgia, where Elijah was born, like I'm not defending it, but I think like I have a lot more grace for Elijah Muhammad than I would have for anybody today. I would have no sympathy for someone like sleeping under. Like, I think like there's a chance that Elijah didn't know that was illegal because it was the age of consent in Georgia.
No, he was 50 and 60 years old in the 50s.
Yeah,
and the
that's
60s.
problem.
He was born 1897, man. That's abuse of power.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
that's abuse of power.
You're right. But I'm saying like him sleeping with a 20-year-old is wrong. But like at that point, at that age, but like 14-year-old was the age of consent in Georgia when he was born. But I'm not saying that. Yeah. But Malcolm, to me, I don't think Malcolm was more so mad about like because like, Wallace did an interview on Gil Noble, and like it's on YouTube. He said like he actually called Wallace, like to come to a courthouse and to meet with a prosecutor, and like he said I didn't sign up for this, Malcolm. And I think Malcolm decided not to, like he was gonna try to press charges. Like I read the FBI files and like it says like you can bring like I think it's talking to Lucille, and she said like you can bring Elijah to justice if you can get. I think it's 2 women. I don't think it's 7. I think it's 2. If you read the 7th child, she said like Malcolm called them teenagers because he saw them as victims. That's the reason he called them teenagers. So he said that's the reason they did it. And like Malcolm X decided not to press charges against Elijah Muhammad or push for it, because he more so wanted Elijah Muhammad to like Malcolm X is like someone who's like trying to hold people accountable, right? He wanted Elijah Muhammad to confess that he was Evelyn and Lucille's children's father to restore their reputation. If you listen to him, like his February 15th, where he does that speech where he says I'm about to expose like Muslim movement, he says like if you said you impregnated 9 teenage women and you said you did it, I can say you're moral. Like shake your hand.
I can shake your hand and call you a man. I can call you a man. Yeah.
I think that's more so Malcolm wanted Elijah to confess because Malcolm's like law and order. Like he's like I don't know because like there's no like. Yeah, I think Malcolm's like he just want to hold people accountable, saying I just want you to confess to do it. And I have more respect for you. Just say you did it.
I get it.
I think. Yeah, I don't think Malcolm actually cared about if they were underage because he could have pressed charges, but he didn't. He chose not to. But he just he wanted Elijah to be honest about it.
Right.
Because Malcolm's about holding people accountable, but like I said, like there's a lot of information. Like the reason like Muhammad Ali he chose the Nation of Islam over Malcolm X because did you know his brother Rudy beat up Malcolm X or jumped on Malcolm X when he told him about Elijah and his children? Yeah, like when Malcolm X went to the Hotel Teresa and like when he got the name Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X came to the door and he said like, did you like bring up the children? And like his brother Rudy started punching on Malcolm, and like someone had to pull Rudy off of Malcolm X. Like I said, like that's one of the reasons he said like the guy who told me that it was like he was in the room. It was like one of his wives actually has children by I think her name's Karen. Like one of like Farrakhan's wives. I think she's passed away. Like they're like best friends. He like his daughter was like 30 years younger than Farrakhan. Yeah, but like history is like but like Ilyasha definitely knows who killed her father. I think they just let bygones be bygones. I think like she's supposed to expose the truth, but Farrakhan, like I think at least he came forward and said, yeah, I did it, because like a lot of people didn't admit. John Ali, like he did an interview on Crow, and he said like he said like after 3 months after the assassination, Elijah Muhammad offered to buy Betty Shabazz a house. And Wallace said this about Elijah Muhammad. He said like after Malcolm X's death, like 3 months later, he said like he started to have regret. He started saying, I wish they didn't kill the boy. That's online too. But like I think like I said, like I think there's a lot of stuff that is yet to come out that will come out one day. I'm gonna stop hogging the phone line. I'm gonna let you take some other calls, but yeah, I just want to let you know.
Thank you.
What I knew.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. All right, see ya.
Appreciate you. Yeah, man. The phone number's at the bottom of the. Damn, we hour and 9 minutes in already. Wow. Yeah, feel free to call in. It's at the bottom of the line, man. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, feel free to call in or beam in. JL Boogie, what's up?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, how you feel?
I'm all right, man. I can't be long. I got other stuff I got to do. But first of all, I wanted to tell you, 9 Wiles is amazing, man.
Wow, thank you, dog. Thank you.
Welcome, man. I wish I could have done a better review, but I haven't been recording, and maybe on my Instagram I'll shout it out a little more, man. But the acting was excellent. You did a good job writing the script.
Thank you.
Good job casting. I wish there could have been dialogue, but I'm assuming that was just probably went down on his deathbed, I wish it could have been an exchange, Man, I don't think. Well, first of all, I typed in your chat that it's something about his bloodline. It's not just his grandson, like one of the previous callers said, but his father, Earl Little. He was murdered. It's something about that bloodline. And for all we know, speculating, but maybe somewhere further down the line, they were had revolutionary tendencies, So it's something about certain bloodlines in this country when it comes to us black people, African-American, Aboriginal, whatever you want to call yourself, that certain bloodlines, they always got beef with, no matter what. You see Mutulu Shakur still sitting in prison, man. The list goes on and on. To some people, they just hold grudges against, So, and unfortunately, Malik Shabazz and his grandfather was next on that list eventually. It was something else I wanted to say. Yeah, you also brought up a good point about the actual recording of the shooting. Well, we know there's audio. One of his closest assistants said in the interview that there is audio, but it's locked up somewhere because they were recording when the gunshots went off. I'm sure there's video as well, like you said, because there was video outside. And what I found crazy was that for years, they've known the names of the killers, but if they really wanted justice, they would have went after them. But they exonerated, the two men that weren't involved in the hit team. But I was watching. I know you may have heard of Omar Shabazz.
Yes,
he's another documentarian and Malcolm X enthusiast. He in one of his DVDs, I'm gonna have it. I don't know exactly which one on hand, but there's footage of what's the brother's name? The one that got exonerated recently. There's footage of him, Norman 3S Butler, outside with the same hat turned up with the tweed coat. I mean, if you want to, first of all, he may sue the state of New York. He stands to get a lot of money. The fact that he was at the Audubon is enough, or what they call it, probable
cause.
Right, probable cause that he was involved in some kind of way, even whether he was a decoy or distraction, because a lot of the brothers knew him, or if he was a part of the second hit squad or whatever, man. I mean, if he gets money out of this and they don't show that video, if they go to court to a civil suit or whatever, that's just a slap in the face to spit on his grave, in my opinion. Because if they really wanted justice, they would have got William Bradley while he was still alive, as well as the other guys, man. I mean, they're a mystery.
Yeah, they waiting for everybody to die off. Once they die off, they releasing all that stuff. Here.
Oh, yeah,
you ain't got no descendants. None of y'all got kids.
Man, that's crazy, bro.
It's over after this era, man.
Right, yeah. I hope so. I mean, what's taking so long for the Kennedy situation? Because they were supposed to release all the files on that, but Trump didn't do it. Like, what's up with that? What you think?
I don't know. Someone Googled that. Did they change the years to 35?
Last time I checked, it was 35.
I think it's 2035. I don't know when 2033. So they gotta release it
for sure by then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm definitely excited about that. Yeah. Butler is suing NYPD for $40 million.
Insane, man. The fact that he was such a criminal when he was out on the street should be enough to shut that shit down, man. Yeah, they were like straight up thugs.
And Earl, I forget Earl's last name. All these names running together, but Malcolm X, one of Malcolm X's right-hand men, Earl Grant, I think his name is Earl Grant. And he said one time he ran into Norman Knox Butler. He said, "You see this face? Get used to it."
What?
Yeah.
I mean, he gonna stalk him and stuff.
Yeah, Norman 3 Butler Norman Butler did not like Malcolm X. Earl Grant, like he was what Yusef Shaw. He was a Yusef Shaw guy because he was at Mosque number 7.
They were in the mosque, but they were in opposition.
Was
it Jesse? Why didn't he like him? I mean, it could have been something simple as his skin tone. what is it?
I mean, you'll never know. We'll never. I don't think we'll ever know. But there was a lot of jealousy there too. You know, Malcolm X was had the world in the palm of his hand. He didn't abuse his power.
Oh, definitely.
And
he had integrity. Yeah, he didn't take advantage of it.
and that's what I love about women. Because when I fall short with integrity, I think about my grandfather and my and Malcolm X. Like, man, Fred, be better.
I agree. I agree. That is a reminder for me as well.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, because I fall short by a long shot. You know, so but yeah, definitely.
If they had dirt, it would have been out by now, man.
Oh man, if he had an ounce of dirt, they would have made it a pound. You know,
right, definitely, man. It was something else. Wow, something else, man. But yeah, man. What do you think about the Savior's Day that's coming up? The Swan Song Savior's Day.
Yeah, Swan. So I bumped into I bumped into somebody and they said that they were going. He said the Swan Song, so it looks like it's over. You know,
wow.
He might be terminal. I'm not wishing that upon him.
Right.
But I mean, and I mean to say I personally don't have no interest in it, but he may be terminal because he hasn't said anything. You know, so, I haven't and there's been a lot going on. You know?
That's true.
Because he always stays on top of pop culture.
That's true.
Because that's how he keeps his momentum, staying on top.
Brushing shoulders with the rappers.
Not
holding them accountable for their rap lyrics. You standing around, but you got nerve to still talk trash about Malcolm X and Khalid Muhammad years later.
Yeah, he praises R. Kelly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, praising R. Kelly. That was the worst. He is my brother. Yes, indeed, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be out, man. But I'll holler at you later, brother.
Oh, that's love, man. Thank you, dog.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. Yeah, feel free to call in now, man. Feel free. Yeah, when someone beams in, I cut the phone lines off, and peace. I cut the phone lines off, but now you can call. You can call in now. 609. What's up?
Yo,
hey,
is this the program?
Yes, for sure. Is this Francis?
Is this Fred?
Yes.
Yeah.
Turn me down in the back. Turn me down in the background.
What'd you say?
Turn me down in the background.
I know. I'm trying to get to you now.
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on, Fred.
Damn.
I can't get this thing to go down.
we like, man.
Hold on, Fred. I don't know. I'm so glad to have you on the phone. I'm probably touching the wrong side of the thing. Okay, I got it. Is this Fred?
Yeah.
Fred, what's happening?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
I'm calling you all the way from New Jersey, man.
Oh, that's love, man. Thank you. Shout out to New Jersey, man. New Jersey got a
I've
bad
been trying
taste.
Huh?
I said New Jersey got a bad taste in our mouth tonight, but it's cool.
Why? What happened?
That's where the killers came to kill Malcolm X.
Oh, well, listen, brother. I watch all your stuff, man. Actually, I was talking to another brother about you tonight. Turn him on to you.
Oh, thank you. The more the
and
better.
I was trying to figure out, Fred. I'm glad you're on this line, brother, because I've been telling a lot of people about it. I'm trying to figure out, you know, what's going to benefit from digging. Like you say you want to get to the truth. I think the truth is already out there that these brothers, whether they were in the nation or F-Stats, whatever, they participated in the murder, whether they were paid or whatever. And obviously looking at a few things, brothers in North, and one of the brothers in that video I used to work with, he was my boss at one time. So we even discussed some of this stuff.
In what video?
But
what video?
Who Killed Malcolm X, the Netflix video.
Yeah.
If you watch that, remember the brother Nafari that got up from the chair, his son was sitting next to him?
Yeah. He said, if you want to know, he got mad at him. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I used to work with him. He used to be my supervisor in the prison.
and a halfway house.
Well, tell him to come on the show. We need him.
Well, I don't know. I don't mean I'm not gonna call him to the show, but what I would love to say is that I don't know what the benefits of bringing all this stuff up. All the people that participated in the murder are gone, and we just throwing shit up against the wall because now my son's in the Nation of Islam, and I would not want my son to have. He believes in Farrakhan. He changed his whole life around. So my question is, what all the people you're going after, except John Ali and a few others, is already dead. So why are we digging this up? You know what I mean? I don't hate you. I'm afraid for you, brother. I'm afraid for you, to be honest with you, because you know if something would have happened to you, the first thing they do is say, "Oh, Nation of Islam did it."
That's the only people that would kill me. So, but I'll say this. If you ever question someone for seeking the truth, you have an integrity issue.
Well, no, I don't, brother.
No, you have to.
Go ahead,
you have to. Whether it was in 1500, 1600, 1700, 1800, you cannot get in the way of someone seeking the truth. And
but you say you're speaking the truth, but
I said
nobody
in search
knows
of the truth.
What the truth is.
Well,
I mean, you say, well, I interview all these people, but the only people that count is John Ali, because Muhammad Ali's wife, she just bitter, man. You could just see that she's bitter. And she was only, 15 years old? So Muhammad Ali must have been a pedophile, too, because she was 17 when they got married.
I think
so what I'm saying is, it's a lot of foolishness going on with this thing. And I've read all them books y'all be talking about. And I've been studying this. I'm 62 years old. I met Minister Farrakhan on a college campus in Virginia. I didn't even know who this man was. And from that point on, I wanted to know more about what was happening. I've read books and I haven't had personal interviews, but my point is, I'm trying to figure out, and I'm glad I got you, brother, because if somebody said, "Oh, Fred's an agent," something would have to, what's your motivation? What's your intent? You say to tell the truth. We know what the truth is. Two brothers, along with the government, killed Malcolm X. They were in the Nation of Islam, or they were Epstein. So where do we go from here? Are you after Farrakhan? Are you trying to pull him into it? A man who's 89 years old? I don't believe they would let Farrakhan do the Million Man March and all that kind of stuff if they had stuff on him. You know, I try to listen to every one of your podcasts, trying to understand what your intent is. Where are you going with all this? I mean, are you trying to turn people away from the Nation of Islam? Hello?
I answered the question. I said, it's really simple, man.
You keep saying the truth, but we know what the truth is.
Okay, so let people disseminate their truth. Like, because the truth offends what you and your son believes, that's not your obligation to control what other people do. You know, it's no but. It's no but. The answer is really simple. If you believe that Muslim is the key to paradise, then you go. If you believe Christianity is the way to get to heaven, go.
Fred, I've studied all religions. I think all religions come from the same source.
You're missing my point. No. This ain't about that. This is about individual choice.
Okay.
And for you to attempt to disrupt individual choice when they're seeking the truth, whether it's for you or against you, then you're the problem. You're a hindrance, right?
But Fred, that's not what's happening, brother. You are.
No, it's your interpretation.
Fred, I didn't give you a lot of my time to understand where you're coming from. And all I'm saying to you, I'm not trying to call you and be argumentative.
You can be anybody you like. I give everybody a chance to talk, so it's fine. I've heard your argument before. Feel free though. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what this gets us. You know, what has this been? Okay, the truth. We gotta know the truth. And then people are making up all kinds of. It doesn't really matter what anybody says. All we're doing is kicking dirt on one another back and forth. It's not going to solve anything. The minister's growing, the Nation of Islam growing, and all you're doing is working. I don't know what you're doing, to be kind of honest, because I try to understand it by watching your show and saying,
sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's not
where's this brother coming from?
Well, You have a history.
I can't understand where you're coming from.
You don't have
to.
You
had Wesley, you had Derek on there. You let Derek, Demetrius Muhammad speak. You didn't go back and forth with him, but then you got Wesley or Dr. Wesley, and then you don't want to hear nothing brothers from the Nation of Islam have to say because it's contrary to what you want to put out there. But
absolutely,
I just don't know what the aim is. What your aim is? Can you tell me what your purpose is?
I answered that question already. I'm not separating. I said it already. And it's okay. You have to accept. You have to. No, you just have to accept. We don't agree. That's it.
Okay.
That's
it. You don't agree with what? What don't you agree with?
Listen, it's really simple. We don't agree. Accept it. What? No, it's no but. We don't agree. We can live a life.
Don't you agree with? You don't agree that Malcolm X was murdered by two guys that were in the Nation of Islam?
No, it was more than two. But the point I'm making is
5 or 6.
Okay.
So how about if the nation comes out and says, well, they couldn't say that because none of them, these brothers like Wesley Muhammad and Dietrich Muhammad, none of them were even around during that period of time. So all these brothers like yourself, who's 45, you're my daughter's age, all you people who are talking about this murder wasn't even around then.
Okay, and neither was we when we get to slavery. But we watch it, right? Neither were we in 1776. Neither were we in 1619.
Right. But how does it benefit us?
Neither were we
I was friends with Khalid Muhammad. And when I was with Khalid one time and with another minister, and Khalid said, I understand what Minister Farrakhan is doing with me. And he said he wasn't even talking about how to be at the table. And the guy said, well, what's that? And he said, he's trying to save my life because he knows Minister's trying to keep people from getting murdered. But sometimes we get caught up in our egos. And our egos make us safe and do things and think that it's all good. You know, there's people who love the minister. Minister saved Betty Shabazz' daughter's life, man. He could have had somebody kill her, or if that's the kind of person he was.
If he could have somebody kill, if you said out of your mouth, Louis Farrakhan could have had her killed, then the conversation is dead. You and I shouldn't even. No, it is. No, we're done. We're done. We're done because we answered the question. You just answered the. All right,
Fred, come on.
Last point. No, don't come on, man.
Fred, I could be your father. Fred.
No, it's not. No, don't backtrack. Don't backpedal now.
Listen to what I'm saying.
No, these are Fred. Last point. You got 10 seconds. You got 10 seconds.
Minister Farrakhan has zealots just like everybody. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had zealots. People who do dumb shit because they think it's the best thing to do.
Gotcha. I appreciate you calling in.
So
yeah, I appreciate you calling in. You don't worry about what's in my brain. Don't worry about what's in my brain. Don't.
Well, I'm not trying to be.
You're gonna drive yourself crazy. I'm not changing who I am, and I'm not on this.
I'm not trying to change you.
All right. Let me get to the next call. Let me get to the next call. I appreciate it's 10 minutes. That's a long time. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Thank you, dog. Yep. Yeah, man. I'm not here to change people's minds. I'm here to tell my truth. And that's it. I don't care if you disagree with me. I'm gonna go around you and keep on marching. That's it. That's it. And if the man say Farrakhan could have got her killed, then what's the conversation about? What's the conversation about, man? You ain't never heard me on this show say, man, I can get someone killed. Come on, I can't get no one killed. I don't know no one that kills people. What's up, 202? What's up?
What's up, Fred?
How you feel, man? What's up?
I'm feeling good, man. This is a hell of a topic.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we gotta talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, I think a lot of people need to point the finger at the Nation of Islam. We need to point the finger at the U.S. government as well. It needs to be more of a bigger topic because they're supposed to be the eyes and ears of the entire United States. You know, they followed this man, Malcolm X, and I assume they followed Louis Farrakhan as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they would know a lot more than Malcolm and the Nation of Islam, in my opinion. We've seen what happened with the Black Panthers. They was putting tabs on everybody, and even put a sleeper in there. And we all know who that was too. So there needs to be a bigger point on everything. Like they know a lot more than what they're telling. And I think that we need to stop hiding this idea that it was only the Nation of Islam. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah, they played a part, obviously, But do you really believe the Nation of Islam is more powerful than the U.S. government?
No, not at all.
Hell to you. So my point is, what, I don't care who feathers is ruffled or people want to throw out the conspiracy bullshit theory crap. That doesn't bother me. But we need to start really thinking. This is deeper than just black versus white and all that shit. At the end of the day, it's all about control. What's more powerful than money is control, for it, and you know that. It's way more powerful than money. So we need a movie. We need something where, look, these people who they're obviously they're long gone, they're dead, obviously. Pass down information to future administrations of what happened with Malcolm X. Do you, in your opinion, do you think if they wanted to, the government could stop them people from killing Malcolm X? Because they was watching him everywhere. They were watching him everywhere.
Yeah, right. They were. Right.
So that tells me they knew what was going to happen before it happened. So that tells me they're very complicit as well. And I think a lot of people don't want to talk about that because they're afraid. They're afraid. And that's the problem. Too many people are afraid. And I get why they are afraid. I understand because look what happened to Fred Hampton.
Right.
He was basically what we all should have been. Every last one of them. Everyone should have been afraid. Make up their own ideas to help benefit the less fortunate, the so-called minorities, the melanin people, doing things that the government took and used to their own benefit. And you know about that, the food stamp idea, the free breakfast, that type of stuff. So, Malcolm X has done a lot of great things, and it's a disservice that things are the way they are now. He probably is rolling in his grave because a lot of us have become weak. That's the truth. We've accepted so many things because of fear, and it's sad. And I think that needs to be more of a bigger topic that, the government has been omitted from a lot of things because of fear. No one wants to talk about that because of fear. And people need to stop that shit, in my opinion. Now, I'm not going to act like the Nation of Islam didn't do shit. We all know they did shit. There's pure evidence that they did bullshit. And they never have been put to justice, just like the U.S. government. The problem with people is, what did they do to do that? Honestly. How can you go against an organization, a structure, a system? How? When more powerful, influential people have tried and they failed? That is the problem. Do you raise awareness with movies like you have done? Do you think we should all do that? Like, get together, obviously support your film, but also try to make our own movies collectively? I mean, I don't know. What do you think? What do people should do about this? Should they make their own movies like you have, collaborate? Reach out to you,
Sure.
You more often, like, hey,
independent.
I want to be a part of this.
Independence of structure is important.
Yeah, I agree with that. Independence. Yeah, you know what? That's what it is. We need more people who are independent in mind, independent in spirit and thought and free thinking, and not somebody who let somebody else think for them. Let an organization think for them, which is what the Nation of Islam was doing. They wanted people to not think for themselves. And Malcolm knew that. He's getting ready to expose that. They didn't want you to think for yourself. They wanted what they were telling you to think, not to think for yourself. But I just wanted to say that because a lot of people don't want to talk about that. They want to squirm their way around it, omit. I just like to see justice be done to people who did wrong shit or were a part of it, and they got away with it. Because we lost somebody who was basically just about to find his true way before he got a chance when he was murdered, took away. He's truly about to find his way. Truly. The Malcolm X, we never got to see the Malcolm X evolve to somebody that everyone needed. So, and it's sad. So I'm glad that, you put more shine on him in a different light. We appreciate that. So I'm just putting my call out there, and I hope more people, are more independent like you are. So that's my call.
Appreciate you, dog.
Shout for the shout.
Thank you, dog. What's up, Kyle? How you doing?
What's going on, Big Fred? What's happening, man? Congratulations, brother.
Yeah, thank you. How you doing?
But you had to start study Kaz, my boy.
Amazing, amazing, Kaz. 831, what's up?
Fred, how's it going, sir?
Hey, what you got? How you been?
How you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, I can't complain, brother. I can't complain.
Yeah, let's turn you.
Hey, I want to ask you a question here, and kind of from the same perspective as a couple other callers have already mentioned, but I know you talked about wanting to figure out the truth, what was going on with the situation with Malcolm X's assassination, and I was wondering if any of your research questions the possibility of the roles that different organizations could have had in his assassination, such as governmental agencies. Do you go into that area? And
the transcripts are very clear about their influence. That it's very clear that they were intercepting and mailing letters and calling Dr. Betty Shabazz, calling Chicago, and I have no doubt about that. I just know that a man admitted to being a part of the Nation of Islam and walking into the Audubon Ballroom with a revolver. So,
right. So, I mean, obviously, the Nation of Islam has been said that they had a role in it, obviously, but then just as much has been proof, evidence, huge possibilities that there's been other agencies that were involved in his death as well. So I was just wondering if you actually did some deep dives into that as well, not just looking into what the Nation of Islam, their role is, but looking to the possible government agencies that have been talked about, have been involved. And one of the references that I remember, you know who Dick Gregory is, of course, right?
Yes.
Dick Gregory gave a speech where he actually talked about, he was very close to Malcolm and actually talked to him on the day of his death. And he talks about the conversation he had with Malcolm. And he also talks about some of the things that happened during the assassination and the proof that it happened from the autopsy that they did on Malcolm X's body that proved that there were other agencies involved with his murder. And so I would encourage you to look at that. And, you say you want to find the truth, but if we just look at the Nation of Islam as the only culprit, or members of the Nation of Islam as the only culprit, then that's not really the comprehensive truth. That's a partial truth, which is really a lie, because a deep dive into those organizations, to be fair and truthful about it, I think that would have to be done. What do you think?
I think you can't tell me what to research. I think I'll let you talk. I didn't intercept you. I think that going into an organization that has lied and said they wasn't a part of it, I think that you have the right to tailor your research to what you want to research. For example, there's 50 states. If you're in love with California, you can do your research on California. And there are other people that say, no, the government did it. I'm going to do my research on the government. I grew up in Harlem. I didn't walk down the street and see government agents. I saw people in bow ties and black suits. When I lived on 91st in Vermont, when I walked to Manchester to catch the bus, to walk by Moss 27 as a child, when I went to the Manchester swap meets on Vermont and Manchester, I walked by many members of the Nation of Islam. And so from my perspective, from what I want to research, no one can tell me what I should look for. No one can tell me what type of movies I should do. No one should tell me. You can suggest. People can tell me what type of books to read, what type of women to like, what type of food to eat. You can't tell me that. You can suggest it, but you can't tell me. Now, the point I'm making is I can't be an expert on everything. I can't be an expert. Just like in gambling, people want to know everything about every college football team. No, you pick a conference. You become an expert on a conference. You don't worry about all 10 conferences in America. If you become an expert on the Pac-12, the Big 12, the Big 10, you're going to be more profitable. So the point I'm saying is I grew up around Nation of Islam members. And all my years, they have denied. So I said, I'm a grown man now. I got Google just like you. I can I can read books just like you. I can call people and get interviews just like you. So I have tailored my research to what's closest to me. And that is the Nation of Islam, Malcolm X, and Harlem, New York, or however you see it. So I have that right.
I understand that. The thing is, Fred, the reason why I'm making this comment is because, like I like a lot of other folks have listened to you, have wondered what's your desired end game? What's the whole reason of this?
I don't have to have your end game.
But here, I mean, I appreciate what you said. I want to discover the truth. You set that precedent when you said that. Mm-hmm. I want to discover the truth. Well, the truth's not partial. I mean, the bottom line is that's when you go into the court. When you go into a court of law, they say you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So, it's obvious. I mean, it'd be different if there was ancillary actions or circumstantial actions that dealt with someone else. We're talking about a major player that's being proposed in the death of Malcolm X that you're not doing a deep dive into, and that's the governmental role that may have been there. The possible role. Who knows whether it happened or not? But I think it's not fair in the research, if you're really looking for the truth, not to really explore a deep dive in everyone that has a very plausible role in the death of Malcolm X. These two major parties.
Okay.
And so that.
And I'll say this: have the same accountability for Farrakhan. If you're telling me this, I'm with you on it. I'm just saying it's what's the accountability for one person. If you're just calling it across the board, you got to have the same accountability for the other side, right? And no one can tell Fred what to do at this point. Like I am steadfast on what I believe in and my purpose in life. And it expands as I grow, right? It expands as I hold myself accountable. And like I said, history will prove this channel right, wrong, a piece of shit, good, bad, or indifferent. I won't be here. It's like Mr. Noble. His work is timeless now. I don't care what nobody say. Gene Noble's work is timeless. When he was doing it, people say, "Oh, you shouldn't interview the killer who killed Malcolm X." We need that footage now. God, it is a priceless piece of work. So,
have you seen that interview that I talked about with Dick Gregory?
Yeah, I've seen it. Of course, I've seen it. But I consider him a coward. I consider him a coward.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I consider him a coward. For if you talk to the man the day he died, the day he was going to get killed, and you get on a plane, I consider you a coward. Mm-hmm. Period. So if I know my child is going to get killed, if I know my best friend I've known since 1992 who has all my stories, who has been with me every step of the way, and I know he's going to get killed, and I drive to LAX, I'm a coward.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that part of the conversation is rarely talked about, so so I think that you're right in terms of you can research what you want to research. I don't think I can never be an expert because there's too many people that have died already. So, but I can dig for as much as I can and interview the people that I can. And I think I've done a hell of a job. And this is why I can say emphatically how I feel about Elijah Muhammad, how I feel about the Nation of Islam, and how I feel about Malcolm X. I can say emphatically because I've done the work,
Right.
and when people say Fred, you're this. They haven't done the work. They haven't interviewed people as close to Elijah Muhammad as they could possibly be. I have. I've interviewed at least and a lot of people who spent the night in that house. So I've done the work, and this is why and if I know the truth, I'm fearless about the truth. You know what I mean? I'm no dummy. If they want to come, they come. And I attempt to be as aware as possible. But I'm not dying. I'm only gonna have one death. I'm not gonna have. I'm not gonna be a coward. I'm not.
You're okay. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You're a good guy, man. You're a good guy, and you know, I mean, hopefully, no one is going to try to.
It's okay if they do. I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about getting this content out. I'm concerned about getting the truth. That's what I'm concerned about. Like, I'm trying to get as much out as fast as I can. That's why the turnaround from 9 Wives to Checks and Balances was so quick. I don't know when I'm coming. I'm telling you, Nipsey's murder and Kobe Bryant's death got me anxious, dog. My next film is coming out this summer. Like, I'm pushing these suckers out. Like, I can't wait. No, not that it's gonna be done this summer. It's probably I still got to run but I can't wait. It was 6 months between 9 Wives and the production of what's called With a Family. So, you know, and I'm working every night with y'all. So I got a lot of full-time jobs. So I'm putting these out as quickly as I can because I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. So I'm on it.
Man, don't even talk like that, bro. Don't talk like that. What I'm trying to say is that, you know, from those of us who I don't know anything. I've never been a member of the Nation of Islam or anything like that, but I can tell you what, listen to the minister over the years. I mean, he's done a lot for me. I mean, he really opened up my eyes.
Oh, thank you.
He opened up my eyes to see a lot of things about the society we live in and make sense of the things that we experience as Black people.
Right.
Live in America. I mean, he did it, you know, and I don't know his personal life. I don't know anything like that, but I know that that God has used that man. I do know that.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the Million Man March the first time when it happened back in the 90s, and I was there with those 1 to 2 million Black men who were on the line there, and that was a movement of God, man. I mean, the bottom line is the things he did, the things he said, that was not possible without a divine intervention. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I don't know what to say about it. The only thing I would say is that I will hope that if we do pursue the truth, that it's holistic. That, you know,
sure.
And that's kind of where I'm a researcher myself. So I mean, I've done some research. I've got a PhD, so I've done some research. I've done that. I understand what that looks like. But at the same time, you know, I just wish you well, man.
Thank you.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Appreciate it.
You know,
appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. I gotta have a PhD in Malcolm X studies, man. Like, for real. Man, I done read so many books, but the biggest room in the house is the room for improvement. So, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it is what it is. So I'm gonna keep on growing. Thank you. Appreciate you.
God bless.
All right, all the time. Like I ain't watched the Blog Talk. You know what I mean? I didn't watch the Blog Talk interview. I gotta watch that interview. You know, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna fall asleep to that tonight on my phone. So and I'm gonna read those transcripts. You know, so what's up, Kyle? Everything good?
What's going on, Big Fred?
Yeah, dope. How was your weekend?
Man, phenomenal, man.
Man,
today was a good day. Today was a great fucking day.
Before we get to 252, we're gonna let Kyle talk about his great day. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Kyle.
No, man. You know, I'm out here monetized and shit, so I'm selecting all the commercials on these videos and shit. You know, I got some great news today from the car and shit. Okay, so I got the claim and shit. So gonna get that shit started. So yeah, man, it's been a good day, man. I can't lie. Happy birthday to my mother-in-law. Mm-hmm. It was her birthday today. So yeah, man, we here, man.
Yeah, we in the building. Yeah, I appreciate it. What's up, 252?
up, man? What's up, Cal? What's up, Fred, man? Yeah,
Hey,
going down.
You too far from the phone now.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a few topics to talk about.
Please.
The caller just got off the phone. He was talking about Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory will sometimes do and say things for shock value. You know, and Dick Gregory made some statements that were false when he talked about. First of all, he talked about Malcolm X being shot from the ceiling. I mean, those were look. I have a degree in anthropology, and a part of that is I have 2 degrees in anthropology and African American studies. Well, a part of the anthropology, I started to get into forensic anthropology, and they taught us about bullets and how the bone breaks and which bullets were used. And I know about 12 gauge because that was one of my jobs in the Army, building weapons, helping build weapons and fix weapons. And we didn't, you know what I'm saying? So I actually have 12 gauges now and all this stuff. But the point I'm trying to make about that is, if you look at the pictures of Malcolm X with his chest open, they're shotgun slugs. There's like 3 pellet slugs on his chest. You know, you've seen the picture before Gene Roberts did it mouth to mouth. No one's gonna be in the ceiling with a sniper rifle using a 12 gauge. Let's go and get that out the way. This is not gonna happen. Because Dick Gregory claims that they was in the ceiling, they gave the assassins blank bullets. That's a bunch of crap, man. And I don't have a problem with Dick Gregory, but that was a bunch of crap when he made that statement in the 80s and all that. And also he was false about Pio Gamma Pinto. He said Pio Gamma Pinto.
It was the 25th. He died February 25th.
Yes, it was. Yes. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, a lot of people don't know that same week they almost got King too, because King was almost killed the 25th in a movie theater. Because they was gonna blow up the movie theater the 25th that same week. You know what I'm saying? That, but that a lot of he was gonna receive an award. I forgot what award he was gonna receive, but a lot of people don't know about that. And the thing about Farrakhan was involved with something that was far worse than a Malcolm X assassination. The Malcolm X assassination was a very bad thing. But the Hamas Khalif thing, you know about that?
Who? Oh yeah, in DC or Philadelphia.
Yeah. I think it was Philly. Yeah, and when the guys, the Moses went over there and drowned his babies, and Farrakhan spoke out against anyone speaking on the trial, and any of the guys caught speaking on the trial. I mean, that is far worse than the X assassination, but people still continue to praise Farrakhan. I don't know.
I don't think you can. Don't say far worse. I just want you to keep your credibility. Yeah. Man, his death. Oh no, his death. No, it ain't that. But these deaths over here. Nah. This murder. I'm just saying. Okay,
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying that they didn't kill him. They killed his family. They drowned his newborn babies and killed his children and a couple of one of his wives. I'm like, and Farrakhan, he actually spoke out against anyone speaking up in the case for that. You know what I'm saying? And he made public statements. So I don't understand how the FBI hasn't moved in on this guy yet. All the stuff he's been involved in. And the thing is, have you ever known, and I'm going to ask you this question, have you ever known of the Nation of Islam attacking anybody white publicly? And word about the Nation of Islam attacking anybody white?
No, they won't do it.
But they've attacked and killed a lot of black people. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I've never been infatuated with Farrakhan as everybody else has, or anybody else, because even Farrakhan and Yusuf Shah, formerly Captain Joseph, they threatened Spike Lee. When Spike Lee did an interview with them for the Malcolm X movie, they made up, and in their statement, they basically told Spike Lee, it was like, and I'm paraphrasing, Spike, we know some dangerous people is going to be watching this movie. And that's why Spike left Farrakhan and Captain Joseph out of the movie. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Look, I appreciate all the work you're doing, man. I know you put in the work and the research, and the truth is out there. A lot of people know the truth, and they try to hide and run away from the truth, but the truth is out there, man. You're putting the truth out there, but people don't want to hear the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man.
Yeah, it is. And just keep on. No, I appreciate it. And keep on telling the truth, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said, appreciate you, man. I'm laughing at Champion Heart. I didn't know that, man. He said he was killed by a laser. Oh man, that's hilarious. Come on, man. You can't make this up. I just like Dick Gregory ad libs. His ad lib. Huh?
Trying to get these super chats together right now, Fred.
Yeah, that's fine. I know the phone line is gonna stay lit. So 413, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Fred? This is Mike. I'm calling from Hartford, Connecticut. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, brother? What's up, Michael? Good to meet you.
I just got a quick question for you. You ever do you know about the guy that supposedly funded the NOI? The guy that
H.L. Hunt. H.L. Hunt, yes.
Yeah, you ever spoke about him? You have anything on him about?
I don't have any concrete evidence, but I do have this. I mean, all I can go off of primarily is when Malcolm said the oil guy from Dallas, the oil guy from Texas, excuse me.
Yeah.
And so I go off of that and end up being H.L. Hunt. Maybe one day I can interview the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs at some point, and just to get a overall history of the man, you know. So
right.
Mm-hmm.
My last question is you ever thought about interviewing what's his name? His name is he's written books on the assassination of Malcolm X. His name is Baba.
Yeah.
Zach Kondo.
Zach Kondo. Yeah. I reached out to him, and I think we spoke briefly through emails. I will at some point. We'll definitely cross paths at some point.
Okay.
1000%. Yeah.
All right, brother. Thank you very much, man. Peace.
Oh, today is Tuesday, Champion Heart. Oh, I forgot. Appreciate you. I forgot today was Tuesday. Damn. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow for sure. And I hung up. I got so distracted. I hung up on the call. Damn, Champion Heart. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow for sure. We got chili tomorrow. We'll definitely do that tomorrow. My bad, Champion Heart. 313. That's the best. What's up? That's the best segment of the hour of the show of the week. We got Brandon Adams coming in Thursday with Coach Cam. What's up?
What's going on with you, big dog? How
Hey,
you doing?
good, brother.
Nothing much. I look, at your videos and stuff like that. I'm not a Nation of Islam member, but I read some of Elijah Muhammad's books.
Sure.
Message to the Black Man and Our Savior Has Arrived, and these different books that the Nation put out. I understand, where you're coming from. I do think that the family, Elijah Muhammad Jr. and the family that was in that Mosque number 2, did create a climate, for one of the more extreme members to kill Malcolm X. I also want to put the members of the Nation of Islam in California, San Francisco, they did them zebra killings too. They killed white people in San Francisco. For people who don't know, but like I said before, the nation did. It was government, but for the most part, that was something that was within the Muslim community. It's a lot of stuff that went down. Matter of fact, I was in the Navy with a cocaine. Matter of fact, but it was a lot of stuff that went down within the Muslim community, the Black Muslim community, or wherever the case may be. And I do find, looking at it in its totality, I do find that was a climate that was, that was created within the nation to get this man killed, to get that man up out of there. But I think overall, because I see you put out some stuff about Elijah Muhammad and the women and some of his personal behaviors, but I look at it like this: if we gotta look at it in its totality and look at where we're at as a people in 2022. Now, on paper, when you look at his writings, I think that his program is, as far as anybody who has ever tried to take up a leadership position since 1860 for us as a people, I feel like on paper, his program, his program of moral and cultural reform was number 2. It was pretty much the best thing that we had as a people. I feel like the reality that we're living in now is the legacy left by the other side, like your Martin Luther Kings and your Big Six, and the black clergy, and that liberal egalitarian legacy that they left. And he to me was better, and he had a better program for us than the people that we would eventually put up as our cultural kings, so to speak. And that's where I take exceptions to some of your work, because I'm like, well, okay, we can look at what he brought and look at his his personal faults, his personal faults in his life. But I think overall, if his program would have been followed, as far as the people, I would safe to say that we would at least have families. We would have more in the way internally as a people and be a better people if his program would have been followed. If that way would have been followed, as far as the Black Islam, I mean, it has its things with Yaqub and some of the stuff, but as far as like on paper, as far as like we read his books, we talk about a lot of the wasting time and dealing with play and dealing with things that does nothing for us as a people. A lot of our non-constructive behavior and activity, and there's a lot of things that he wrote. He was writing exactly, with it, and you can see, after them 70s and them 80s, when we got off into the partying and the drugs and hardcore and a lot of that stuff that came, a lot of that ripped us apart. Ripped the fabric of the Black community apart. So that's the only thing I take exception. Like a lot of your work is right and exact. Like when you interview, what's the guy you interviewed? He was
Leon Muhammad.
Leon. Say the name again.
Leon Muhammad.
No, was it Leon? The one that he was his national secretary for all that
John
time.
Ali.
John Ali. That was a real good interview. Real good interview. You know what I'm saying? So I give you a lot of your work. I give you all your appreciation, your props. But I really just, only thing I take a session to is like, you got to look at it like, to me, I look at it like, okay, where are we at in 2022? And that's the Black Islam has always been a subculture. That's never really been. I mean, Farrakhan had his little clout in the early 90s, but that's never really been part of the mainstream. That never really broke into the mainstream as far as a culture. As far as the Black American culture, that's never been a part of the mainstream. But like I said, that's all I wanted to say, man. That's all I want to say. I ain't gonna talk to you death about it. That's all.
Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right. Well, yeah, I mean, feel free to disagree. And when people say his teachings were a success, I mean, I just want to see the proof. I want to see the nation. I want to see the banks. It's a nation within a nation. I want to see the churches. I want to see the hospitals. I want to see the job creations. Show me. You've been around for 90 years. Show me the results of it. That's all. 469.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
How you doing?
Pretty good. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up?
Nothing, man. I called, man. I just want to talk about, I hear you, Fred, and I know how you feel, man. My name's Fred too, by the way.
Oh, welcome, Fred.
All right, man. And as far as this whole Nation of Islam thing go, man, I think that everybody talking about the government involvement, and everybody telling you to watch out because you might get killed and all that. Y'all chill out on that, man. Ain't nobody gonna kill Fred for the simple fact that the NOI is government protected. That's how I feel about it, because I think that their placement in the civil rights movement was a tool of division to keep two sides of the fight going. You got the violent side that allowed the police to do whatever they wanted to do, with Black people with the water hoses and the dogs and all that. And then you had the friendly side that sit there and just kind of made it look like Black people were submissive, in the so to speak, And I just feel like that both sides were influenced by the government. just to keep a certain form of division. So, because if you look at it from another point of view, like, okay, we won the civil rights fight, right? But then after we won the civil rights fight, as soon as Martin Luther King started speaking on other aspects on what black people can get, he got killed. And then when Malcolm X started talking about the violent aspect of everything, he got killed. And Fred, you said that the NOI said denied any parts of killing Malcolm X, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see the interview when he was talking to when Farrakhan was talking to Malcolm X's daughter?
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He pretty much said that they had something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, man, I just feel like all that stuff. I mean, if you go back to even like, I heard somebody mention the Black Panther Party. Everybody talk when the Black Panther Party come up. You hardly hear about COINTELPRO and how they infiltrated the Black Panther Party, made them look a certain way, and really nobody is no documented real violent acts from the Black Panther Party besides, what was initiated by the people that infiltrated.
Right.
So, when it just comes to stuff like that, man, like they saying, people telling you to look into the government, looking at that. I mean, I don't have no doubt in my mind that the NOI had something to do with it, especially with Malcolm X exposing Elijah Muhammad. I mean, it really was real simple. That's a real simple math right there. So, people trying to deny that, it don't make sense. Because it's a power struggle. Everybody want to stay in power, so they'll do anything to stay in power. You know that, Fred.
Mm-hmm.
But man, hey, keep speaking your truth, man. Everybody can look at it from what point of view they want to look at it from, man. But it's also important for us to gather that information and then try our best to move on from it. Farrakhan ain't finna bury himself, man. So you're trying to tell him to come out and say who did what. He not gonna. No man.
Right.
No man's quick to crucify himself.
Right. I know
like that. So.
I know that.
But hey, Fred, just keep doing what you're doing, man. It's good that you listen to everybody else when they call in too, man. Keep doing that too, man, and let everybody have a voice, man. That's all I want.
I appreciate you. Thank you, dog.
All right. Yes, sir.
What's up, Kyle?
Man, I'm trying to figure out how to get this shit going so I get this money on here.
Yeah, it'll start pouring in.
Money. Yeah, man.
So I got your boy, man, Lil Russell. I'm gonna use one of his songs on the soundtrack.
Who?
Lil Russell out of Vallejo.
Oh yeah, hey man, he rap his ass off.
Yeah, he agreed today to be a part. I think I'm gonna use his song for the trailer. Yeah,
that's dope.
Give it that bounce, because we coming in with aggression. Oh, I can't
listen. Yeah. My boy TK though.
Who's TK?
They want to do the intro to the boxing section.
Oh yeah, he's dope.
That motherfucker.
He dope.
He got some shit too.
He dope. All right, this is gonna be the last call. 214, what's up? Oh shit.
Hey, what's up, Fred? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's up?
Man, hey, I'm calling for Dallas. I just want to know when you gonna go to the Spence.
I'm thinking about that undercard. Pissed me off, dog. That undercard is disgusting to me. They got Stankonia versus a Russian, and they have Little Mighty Mouse versus somebody, and he hung up, and he'll call back. And but I don't think I'm going. I think I'm gonna just buy some Earl Spence gear. That's what I'm gonna buy 2 or 3 hoodies or something like that. I'll spend my money.
Can't buy no hoodies. They sold out, Fred.
Well, they'll get more. It's months away from the fight. If he don't get more, it's his fault. 501, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Fred? I'm in it to win it, brother.
Oh shit, what's up?
Hey, man, I got a. I was just sitting here to listen to everybody, and I think it's it's something that's very interesting that dealing with Khalid Muhammad and Farrakhan. I think he would be people that know Khalid would know more about a recent Farrakhan, what was told to him, and things like that. And one guy that everybody sleeps on, which is a motivational speaker, well-known motivational speaker, and he's Khalid Muhammad's son, which is Farrah Gray. And I never hear him tell his story about his dad. Never hear him talk about him, anything.
His name used to be Farrakhan. He changed it.
He's named after Farrakhan.
Yeah, he's named after Farrakhan. He changed it. Yeah.
So have you ever heard any interviews?
No, I've met him. I've met him, and we actually spent one Friday night together because he knew Sam Watson, and I spent literally Friday evening with him before a fight at the Palms Hotel. I'm trying to think of the fight that was at the Palms Hotel. It was a fight that PBC put on at the Palms Hotel about 5-6 years ago, and I spent the whole evening with him. You know, he wears those flower kind of pastel kind of jackets and stuff, and you know. And,
did he say anything about his dad?
No, because honestly, I really didn't know who he was.
Okay.
I really didn't know who he was until the end when he says Khalid Muhammad's son. Someone told me, he didn't say it, and I don't know. I mean, he's very mature, very calm, and very poised, and he's
Like
not
his dad,
he's
smart
not
as
boisterous.
hell.
He's not boisterous at all. He's very reserved, upstanding. Like, yeah, you know, he moves with a grown man's pace. It was a Friday night. We were in the Palms. We were just hanging out with Sam in his suite, going downstairs, going to get something to eat. But I spent one evening with him, and I didn't ask him about anything as it pertains to the Nation of Islam.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, I just wanted to mention that to you. He'd be very interesting to interview if you could.
Yeah, I'll reach out again. I reached
Okay,
out to
man.
him. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
I'll definitely reach out again to him, and we'll see if he'll want to come on. But yeah, he does a good job, man. He sells books, he does interviews, he writes books. So yeah, I believe he's doing well over there and continued success over there, man. His father was gone too soon, man. You know, gone way too soon. Sad to see, man. Sad to see. Yeah, we all need them Earl Spence hoodies, man. Yeah, we'll be back on boxing tomorrow. We're gonna go with Champion Heart. Yeah. So I shot the film on the day Frederick Douglass passed away, and I shot it the day Malcolm X was murdered. So I shot it on those 2 days intentionally, and it comes out May 19th. So this project is really alkaline with the ancestors, and it's just living proof, man. You can literally create your own metrics. You know what I mean? Create your own. What's up, Dion Cole? You can create your own however you want. You can do whatever you want. You know, you can create your own United States of America, as I tell y'all, you know, on so many occasions, you know. So I'm a living example of that, you know. Create your own, you know. It's important. Create your own. And that'll be cool, man. And all right, just the last call, Kyle, and then we'll just.
You said the last.
I was just waiting on Dallas to call back. This is him. What's up, Dallas?
Hey, what's up, man? I dropped you a while ago, man.
I know.
You say you coming to see the fight or not?
I don't think so. Why? What's up?
No, man. I just, I was out there in 19 and when he fought Porter at your event, man.
Thank you.
Just wanted to show you some love if you came to town.
Oh, that's love. I think I want to go, but that undercard, man, that undercard,
it's wet.
That undercard, man. I want to support Earl, so maybe I'm gonna buy a bunch of his gear for sure. 100% gonna buy a lot of his gear.
Right. It's kind of work. What I was gonna tell you, The guy that did the table talk with you, what's his name?
Sam Watson.
DT. The table talk. The guy, your
L round table talk.
Oh man, let me tell you, man, that was wonderful, man. Y'all got to do that again.
Yeah, he listening probably.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, I listen to that every day, bro.
Oh man,
I listen to that interview every day. But look, I want to tell you a quick story.
Wait.
To my cousin.
What interview?
The interview you and him just talking about, you know.
Oh, boxing. Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he has a unique perspective on life for sure.
Man, and that dude for his age, man, he's very mature. He only 33?
Yeah, he is 33. Jesus. Yeah, and
I'm 45, man. He was teaching me stuff, and he could he could talk very well. He get his point across very well, and he listened very well. So I think he could do a lot more on YouTube, and people will listen to him. I have a cousin, man. He was in the Nation, right? So I'm here in Dallas, and he was doing security for the Nation, right? And they had to restrain a guy, and the guy who got restrained, he died, right? And the Nation, check it out. The Nation left my cousin out to dry. He had to get his own lawyer. He had to get his own everything. Just a person who never been in no trouble was facing murder charges. You know what I'm saying? So ever since then, I just had a different respect for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if I'm doing security for you and something happened, you should go to bat for me. You know what I'm saying? You know, and he had to spend a lot of money, man, to get himself, off of that charge. And this is a guy who never even had a speeding ticket before, you know? So that's all, man.
Have him call in the show. Have him call in the show.
I will. Tell Cal, man, I listen to his show now.
That's love.
Him and his boys, they funny, man. But
yeah, it's a great show. It's an awesome show.
If you come out here, man, I wanted to return the love to you.
Oh, that's love.
You showed me and you showed me and my wife love, and I was in a party. I don't know how I got in it. You know, the party.
I remember.
After I don't know how we got in that party. But anyway, man, it was dope. But y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. You a hard man to get a hold to, by the way.
Oh, who, me?
Man, I've been calling your show like every day. I can't get through, bro.
Man, well, you got to. Yeah, well, you in now, man. You in now.
And plus, you changed your time. So I used to
yeah.
listen to you late at night, but now you're just a little earlier. Yeah. It's all good. I'm looking forward to your next movie. I bought your last one. So,
thank you. Yes,
man,
I need it.
Keep doing what you're doing. You got love way down here in Dallas, Texas. Bro.
I need it. Charleston White is in the film.
Got it, man.
Charleston White is in the film.
Hey, tell Charleston what's up, man. He's funny. Hey, you might not like what Charleston say, but I understand exactly what he's saying. And something else you saying, when you was talking about you can't listen to Pac no more. I'm the same way because
it's hard.
It's hard because I didn't realize they was cussing and talking about killing that much
until I had kids, man. I swear to God, I never. Go ahead. I'll talk after because I'll be on.
I'm with you because I find myself trying to listen to new music, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna go back to my generation, Pac. I'm born in '77, so I'm gonna go back to Pac, right? So I'm at the park. I'm like, man, they cussing just as much as the youngsters cussing now. They talking about just as much as the killing. Yeah. And my son come home from school asking me, Daddy, what do slime mean? What do blood mean? What do this mean? I'm like, man, I got to talk to him. Like, I'm not losing my son to no gang culture. You know what I'm saying?
I hope.
But
that's what we don't
want. So I'm with you with all of that. It's just the growth, man. I see the growth in you. When I used to listen to you 3-4 years ago to the growth now, man, and I give it up to you. We ain't got to all agree, but man, you trying to be here for your kids.
Yeah,
and that's your number one goal.
Facts.
And that's and everything. But man, if you and Cal come to Dallas, me and my wife, we gonna cook for y'all.
Oh, that's love. That's love. That's love. That's love.
So let me know, man.
I'll bring the chef. I'll bring the chef.
Yeah. All right, man. I ain't gonna hold you up, man. Y'all have a great afternoon.
Appreciate you, man.
How's the weather?
Oh, it's cold. It's cold out here, man.
All for the same, man. One day out here it's snowing, the other day it's 80 degrees. It's Texas. Yeah. All right, then, Fred, man. Keep your head up, baby.
All the time, dog. Thank you, dog.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I was waiting on him to call back in. So yeah, it's been cold out here, and yeah, man, it's thank thank you guys for the show, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. We had close to 300 people in here tonight, which is awesome. Yeah, Earl's in great shape, by the way. I saw him. I saw the veins popping out. Shit, it looks like he's like a week away from making 147. It looks like 10 days, 2 weeks, maybe. You know, he looks in great shape. I'm happy for him. I definitely want Earl to win, and I hope all good things happens to Ugas after this, because I like Ugas. He's a funny guy. I have no idea what he's telling me all the time, every time we see each other, but he and I be communicating. I don't know what we be saying to each other. I think he understands me and I don't understand him. So I don't know, but I thoroughly like Ugas, and he's a good guy in boxing. And yeah, it's yeah, the Tupac stuff, man. It was hard for me. Like, honestly, it's weird. Like, one day you wake up and you don't like salt. Huh? Where does that come from? And that's me with music, because I don't play none of that stuff in my house. I walk around playing Lenny Williams, clean version of DVSN, the kids only listen to the first line because I want Lincoln to hear that. I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gonna go get it. You know, I play that for Lincoln. I play The Most Beautiful Girl in the World by Prince for my daughter. But it's weird, as it's just different, man. Music, and it was hard. It was hard for me to accept. Be honest, which I'm like, hold up, I don't like this anymore. And it's funny because the George Willisey, who was my football teammate, and he's in my accountability group. He says all I play is instrumentals for my kids, and I'm like, and I didn't have kids at the time. His kids are in college now. His oldest is in college, so he's way in front of me. And I said, what instrumentals? You don't play hip hop or none of that? He says, nah. But I didn't understand it. I'm 10 years removed away from having kids, so I didn't know what I didn't understand it. But I can't accelerate their maturity. You know, I gotta allow my kids to be children. And I haven't listened to Biggie. My kids don't know who Biggie is. My son might know who Snoop is because people may be talking about him at school, but I've never introduced my kids to none of them. The reason why my son knows Nipsey, because we would see him across the street dropping his daughter off. And that first line of Victory Lap, I think is so powerful. So, but outside of that, I think that's the only rapper that my son knows, like that he can look at and be like, yeah, that's Nipsey. And but I'm not I would say I am shielding them, but I don't listen to it as much. You know, it's so. Are you like that, Kyle, or no? Nah, you just listen whatever you want.
I mean, you know, I'm an old school nigga anyway, man.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't, you know, Wale, I'm listening to some old school shit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I ain't gonna lie though, one of my favorite pastimes is to ride around listening to Sugar Free. Now, my daughter would never hear Sugar Free, but I think it's a good tour though to like show them, like, you know, this is the shit that's out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when only you know your child's development. So I never look at a parent and be like, why is your kid doing that? Because I don't know the backstory.
Yeah.
I mean, not unless it's egregious, like, you know, you're doing something ridiculous. But I'm all like, if you go through my last 10 lists songs, I could show y'all my last 10. Like, I'm not BSing. Like my last 10, yeah, it's total. Well, you can't see it. But I can show y'all my last 10. Like, I don't make shit up. Like LA Leakers, DVSN, Lincoln. Like, it ain't like it's all this. I don't listen to it, and it's I don't know. It's just how I grew up too. I grew up too fast. I knew too much too young, and looking back at my childhood, I saw too much, and I think it's important that I let my kids be kids. And I like the fact that Lincoln adores me. I love the fact that Kennedy's now, she's becoming to me now. She's getting better at it. You know, like she loves her daddy now. You know, she jumps on my lap now. She's separating herself from her mom. So that's refreshing, you know. So, and I purposely teach him about Malcolm X because of his integrity, especially his last 12 years. And so when you Google him, you're not gonna hear like, oh, he got older and he did this, he did that, you know. So you know, like an R. Kelly or like Bill Cosby, you know, where you go to the end of the story and you're like, Daddy, he wasn't a good guy, you know. So yes, but I think it's.
Do you think him dying early awarded him that?
Oh, Malcolm X?
Yeah,
I think he would have been so great. I think he would have, because I mean, if you could do what he did in New York at that age, with, let's say he pretty much ran New York. You know, him and the mob bosses, they pretty much ran New York, and I think it's remarkable what he did. I'm not even half the man. I can't even be half the man Malcolm X is, you know. You know, it's I would never catch him. I could live to be 1,000, and I think I would still fall short, for sure. You know, not to put him on a pedestal, but just, you know, I have weaknesses, you know. So yeah, it's yeah, him and my grandfather were just extraordinary. I didn't know my grandfather, but I know my grandfather had a drinking habit, and he quit drinking and he became great. And I knew the non-drinking version of my grandfather, you know, the non-womanizer of my grandfather. And like I know those stories about my grandfather, but he was the linchpin in my family, you know, financially, spiritually, emotionally. You know, I would go to church with him, spend a lot of time with him in the summertime. So I'm a fan of whole stories, you know, especially as an adult. You can get the whole story. You know, as a kid, it's hard at 16, and you say R. Kelly is the greatest. He might be the greatest R&B artist of my generation, but I can't say that to my child until he gets 19 or 20. I can't tell him that at 10. And then at 15, they say, Daddy, he touched little girls. I can't say that. So I got to allow them to get there. But yeah, you know, my grandfather was special, man. Very special. Like your grandfather, right? Right? Like your grandfather. You got a tattoo of him and all that, right?
that's my dog.
Yeah,
man.
He's still alive too.
Hell yeah. You gotta give people their flowers while they still here, man.
Yeah, how old is he? 80 what?
Shit, my grandpa is 86. He'll be 87 this year.
Yeah, well deserved.
Yeah,
my grand
man.
aunt turns 90. Well, she just turned, but we having a party this Saturday.
Now I'm the parent. I'm always calling them, checking on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does turn. I remember when I used to visit my grandfather, I used to check his breathing, like to see if he was alive. It's weird, like when it's weird how when they turn into grandparents, how sensitive you are to them. Like you're like, are you alive? Yeah. It's weird, you know. So yeah, they say once a man, twice a child. So
yeah. My grandpa, man, that dude, that man. Listen, man. I couldn't ask for a better person.
I bet.
You know, to save my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what grandparents do, man. I think when he was 14 was my hero. I bet my grandfather was definitely my hero. And I think we got to get back to that era where the grandpa lied about where he was going. You know, I don't mean like distastefully, but like, oh, I'm going over to Jimmy's. Like we brag about the dumbest shit now. Like I don't think I ever saw an alcohol bottle till I was a grown man. Well, I probably saw it in the streets and stuff, but in the house, I never saw it. Like it was like I didn't know they was drinking alcohol in the paper bag probably till I got to middle school. You know, and I think we got to get back to that.
They don't even use paper bags no more, dog.
No, they just out drinking now, and they bragging about it on social media, And I think we lose sight of that because women start twerking, then the little girls start twerking, and it's just the energy about it. By all means, do I want to see a grown woman twerking? Yeah, it's a beautiful sight. In addition to that, I'm also aware of the synergy, so I can go through life without seeing a woman twerking on social media again. For real, I could. And I'm not saying don't do it. Don't. I'm just my perspective, and I think we just need to elevate our elevate us, like in terms of our representation or how we present ourselves. And it's not a black thing, it's just a cultural thing now. It's like everyone wants to be on social media. Like I'm very cognizant of like what I put on social media because I know when I die, it's gonna be an encyclopedia of who I am. I 100% know. So my great grandkids gonna go back and be like, man, that was my great grandfather. Look at him. So I'm very aware of that. I'm very, very aware of that. So yeah.
You know, the older we get, the more we understand.
Yeah, the more we understand. And that's why I don't condemn people so hard. Because I got it late, man. I would have got it sooner if I had a father. And this is why I am as open as I am with y'all, because maybe I can help someone get to their true masculinity. I shouldn't say true masculinity, but the elevation of their masculinity sooner than I did, because I can't imagine myself glorifying pimping, glorifying killing, sea walking. Was it bee walking, bebopping? I don't know, whatever it's called. At 35? How the hell are we glorifying drug life, gang life? You know, I don't get it. You know.
Well, Fred, you know, a lot of times you got to think about it, right? That's what niggas see. That's like,
yeah, the internet. That's why I was making.
Yeah, I mean, you know, ain't the nigga shit. You know, a lot of times that's all niggas see. You know what I mean? And I blame your generation for that, though.
It's trickle. It's cyclical.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. Your generation, I think, because Fred, you about damn near 50, so yeah, your generation kind of your generation, y'all niggas, man, y'all was on some bullshit. Y'all was selfish in the motherfucker, man. If you think about it, like the crack era in like 93, 94, 96.
Sure.
Y'all really didn't give a fuck, man.
You just gonna pass 95. You just 93, 94, 96.
So I'm glad you got, and I'm just saying, cause nigga, shit, y'all fucked up all them years. So I just had to, you know what I'm saying? Huh?
I get your point.
Yeah. But because if you think about it, like you had kids late.
Very late.
You know what I'm saying? So the all these kids now, these pill babies and shit, like crack babies and shit, like that era of when they were selling crack to the moms and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. That was y'all selfish niggas, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I've said in here a million times, it's my fault, man. I should have known better. Like, had I see, they teach us to get the money. It's to get the legacy, man. Focus on a legacy, man. I'm saying I wouldn't have done half the things I would have done, man. You know, and it's not just women. It's just like it's just like my decision making, like how I spend my money, more importantly, how I spend my time, what books I'm gonna read. Why am I traveling to this country? Why am I doing XYZ? You know, how do I treat women in my life better? How do I treat Dre? How do I treat my mom? You know, it maybe I would have gotten better at it, you know, well, without a doubt. So I think we all grow, you know. I wish, but you know, everybody's timing is different. And mine came in my 30s, you know. When Lincoln came, that mirror got bigger. The mirror was this big when Lincoln was born. And it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And the reflection got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So now I'm looking at it like, God damn, you know. So and that's why I hold myself accountable to it, man. you know, it's it's scary at the same time, you know, because you got to give up your old self. Old self is comfortable, you know. Old self is very comfortable, man. You know, so.
Yeah.
And you know, so, but yeah. Anyways, Kyle is over there doing that. He's not really into the show right now, so we're gonna end it on that note. I appreciate you guys. I done had a whole conversation by myself. So in the meantime, between
nigga, I was listening though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, the nigga the nigga that be like the nigga that do this hands in pockets and go like this.
You're right.
Why niggas be talking all the time, dog? Hey, listen.
I don't be paying attention half the time. I don't be paying attention just like you did me. But that's true. But that's a part of life, though. That's a part of growing up, Kyle. It's a part of growing up. You know.
Hey, Fred, listen. Keep your foot on these niggas' necks, man. God damn it.
Hey, how about
oh man, my bad, Deacon. My bad, Deacon. Keep your foot on these suckers' necks.
Yeah. How about
you know
how
I mean?
Deacon as well? We've been talking through the DM, so he's well. And thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Kyle. Go ahead.
Most definitely, man. Listen, man, Fred, keep doing what you're doing, man. Always and forever, man. In the words of the great philosopher DB, Fred Drop. Play the song, Fred!
Hey, I appreciate you, DJ, man. Welcome home, man. Welcome back, y'all. I can't wait to see y'all tomorrow. We got Cooking with the Champ tomorrow at 9 o'clock when y'all pile on in here. Cooking with the Champ, man. And I'm back, man. I'm about to catch up on all my boxing news, man. I'm back, man. I'm energetic. I got time. I got that weight off the world. You know who did that when they took the monkey off his back? Oh, LeBron. When they took the monkey off his back. Yeah, I got time now. I got time. Yeah, man. So, yep. Man. I appreciate you, KS. Thank you, dog. I appreciate you, Mark West. Thank you, dog. Club 57 in the house. Did anybody say UFC? Nah, no one said UFC. What DJ doing in here? What's up, Andrew? North Carolina money. What's up, man? Guy Familia. Oh, guy from Florida. GA from Florida. Okay. OG Bobby Johnson there, man. What's up, North Carolina? What's up, Wendell? Thank you, dog. Rob G in here. Valiant, man. I appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. He's Champion Heart. We got you tomorrow, dog. Hunter, I forgot today was Tuesday, Champion Heart. No lie. I totally forgot. I knew it was Tuesday.
Man, it's supposed to be Wednesdays anyway.
But it didn't register that it's Tuesday on the show. It was Tuesday in my real life, but it's like Sunday to me here, you know. Shout out to the webcam. Webcam is, yeah, they want to be seen, man. Appreciate you, man. Hey, what's up, Taiwan? Yes. I ain't got to go see my writer. Oh, my God. Don't you know we were in these sessions like at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning?
So now you ready to go.
It's over. It's over for a little bit, man, because I'm about to start working on a new film. I got like a week window where I got to talk to the editor and we got to organize that. So I got a window of 7 days to start my next project.
Damn, you already finna get in?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Nigga Fred ain't fucking around, man.
Got to. I'm getting them out, man. We're gonna do a director's cut for this one.
That's gonna be dope.
We're gonna do a regular and a director's cut. So the cast is amazing. We did an exceptional job, man. I can't wait. Yep. Can't wait. And
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna
Charles,
do.
What it do? Money. What's up?
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for ours, like when the show gets started and shit. You know what I'm saying?
What's that?
Like when I go live and shit. You know how I normally do like the music and then I go in and shit. Now it's like I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do now because they keep giving me strikes, but nigga, it's the homie song and shit.
No, you can't play it. It's not licensed for your you can't license that song. That's a Drake beat. You gotta get another one. That's why I don't license this song. I just keep it. You know what I mean? Love y'all, man. I truly appreciate y'all. But all you got to do is go in the back and give you permission, and you'll be fine. It's easy.
You said do what now?
He has to give you permission, but it's not his song. He can't give you permission.
No, it is. It is. It's all his shit.
It's not his song. The beat ain't his.
Peoples Hernandez.
All right, love y'all, man. Appreciate you, Peoples Hernandez. I'm gone, man.
No, it's only one song. It's only one song.
It don't matter as long as if it's over 15 seconds, it's gonna